It's guy love between two guys.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Good look at my face. I'm an Oriental.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Zach, what?
It just keeps going.
Oh man, thought this would be. Oh, it is. Hold on, I just put the shirt. I just got this shirt today, and I wanted to wear it, but I'm like, I don't wear new shirts because they have starch on them, and my skin can't deal. So I had a V-neck underneath because I wanted to show off my Crypto Chat shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hey, you've got a QR code on you. You're scannable.
Yeah, that's correct. Oh, man,
That means someone's gonna come and be like, "Stop! Let me scan your QR code." And
It
then
works.
like,
I tested it too.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's got monkeys on my phone,
Ooh.
tabs on my chest. We good to go, baby. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing
good.
good.
Welcome,
Really
welcome,
long-
one and all.
Hey, Amy.
Sorry.
All right.
Melissa.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's say hi to everybody, and then Zach can tell us what he was about to say. What's up, Mr. Motion, Juan Soto, Melissa Lester, P. Money, Amy, also here, Gizmo, and Russell made it. Great to see you guys. Great to see you too, Russell. And Juan, hello to everyone once again. Planning to draw some characters from Spy X Family.
I watched that show finally.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's hilarious. I watched the first 3 episodes.
Is it? What's it on?
I saw it on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
Crunchyroll.
Oh man, I was cracking up. Yeah, it's some funny things. It's different than I thought it would be. It's pretty funny.
All right, I totally forgot about Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Where's the rabbit?
There's
You might as well just send one to Aaron and to.
I sent one to
everyone.
Aaron. We'll see if he shows up.
Did you send one to
Siege.
Jason?
Siege promised me last week that she would be here this week.
Yeah.
so
No, she said she's eating.
I just ate too.
Hey, who's a bunch of nerds?
I ate before it was time. Hey, look at my shirt, the little face.
Oh, whoa, that's creepy. Perfectly lined up. It's like that. It's like that meme where it shows like was it this wrestler's face? Like no, this person's face open up and the wrestler's looking out. John Cena.
Oh my gosh.
You ever see that? Someone made a meme where it's like one of the video memes. The guy,
Yeah,
he looks
think I
freaked
have
out,
seen-
and all of a sudden his face opens and John Cena is like looking around.
All right, Zach. Pray tell, what were you gonna say?
Oh, now that you've put me on the spot, I've totally forgotten. So it must have not been that important.
That's
Oh
what.
no, I know what I
wanted
was
to-
going to say. I had a really good long conversation with Jordan today
Oh yeah.
about the future of everything, and well, at least the future of the next like 6 months.
The
So
future of
I'm
the
excited.
future.
We were talking about like the launch date for the Maidens, when the game's going to come out, how to coordinate everything. So it's a lot of stuff that I'm excited about. Actually getting something out there for people to have a tangible thing in their MetaMask wallet.
I know, right? I know.
Cool.
So
Boy, how's the market treating you guys?
actually, it wasn't bad because I didn't buy last week. I didn't DCA, and I'm glad I didn't because I DCA'd today.
There you
So
go.
it was a good time to DCA.
I actually noped out on my. Sorry, I noped out on my looks today.
Did you?
I mean, I would have been smarter to do it, 3 weeks ago, but
Yeah.
I have a different opportunity that has. I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk, but it's made 5.4% in the last 3 days, and I'm like, that's better than looks. So I'm gonna put that into there, and then as I'll feel it out and see, because I didn't like just what is it now? It's 87% APY right now.
Because they finally, the thing we were talking about earlier, where there was
Yeah.
like that block
Yeah.
That finally happened like around 2:00 today. And I literally watched it go from
200.
200
Yeah.
to like 120, like in an instant. It was just all.
Yeah. So I have this this other thing, and I'm not even sure I'm supposed to talk about it because
Right, but they don't have transportation.
I don't know. I'll tell you after, and then why I can't talk about it. It's not illegal. It's
Oh,
just
speaking of Reagan.
it's just somebody wants to keep it secret.
Hmm.
So this movie.
So I don't know how much
has- so
or
that's
if I'm allowed to
Fred,
get other
which
people
is
in on it or what. So
Mhm.
we'll find out. But yeah, he said last
he's in
month
risk
it made
for-
40%, and I'm like,
But anyway, he won't be
and now it's
having
made
a
5% in 3 days. So I'm like,
this year.
all right,
And
I'm gonna
he
start
needed
pulling some
help.
stuff
And
and
it's like he was with a Christian couple.
moving it over there.
And
Hmm.
he
Matt, is that
basically
your
Huh?
bag?
has badges to
Oh, sorry.
and so
What is it?
he's like,
Here.
Yeah, we're
Oh, no.
hearing a conversation in the background.
Sorry about that. I wasn't sure if it was picking up.
Not was it?
Beck,
Zach?
she's
Matt?
Becky's talking to her.
Oh.
mom.
I know everything's
let's see.
quiet over here, although my dog is whimpering every once in
yeah,
a while.
yeah, she's going the other room. No,
Yeah, my wife is in Austin with her best friend, and they're actually a couple of her best friends. They're having one of their kids works at the airport or for an airline, and so can get free airline tickets. They're like,
Nice.
let's go somewhere. It's like they're
So
like, let's go to
it-
Hawaii, and they're like, hell no, that's like a 6-hour flight. Hawaii
You
is
don't-
like
she doesn't have to wear a mask, right?
2-week minimum. No,
No.
no more masks on planes.
Except for what about like Southwest? I think they make you wear one, right?
Uh-uh.
I thought they do. I know there's one
Southwest?
airline. Yeah.
Someone at my church works at Southwest, and when they tried to do the vaccine mandate at Southwest, I know they kept this hush hush, so maybe I'm not supposed to talk about it. But anyway, they sued. They class action sued Southwest, the employees,
Mhm.
and they won. So
It makes sense.
you can't force people to take vaccines to get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they out here, man, they still are gun ho about it.
Matt,
Yeah.
I live here.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know.
Out here, we're like, what? I rarely see anybody in a mask.
Yeah, me either.
So,
Well,
see 'em all
no, that's
the
not true.
time.
I do see some people wear masks.
I see them every
It's
single
not as
day.
ubiquitous as it used to be. It's
It's
a lot
like
more.
about like 30% of the people still wear masks.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh yeah,
I'd
man,
probably
where I
say
am.
maybe 15 to 20%. Most
Yeah,
of the people, at
maybe
least around
maybe
here.
that. Because like where I'm at, I would say like 1 out of 4 or 5 people wear them still.
You go to the Asian market, that percentage shoots up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know why they are so scared.
I don't
Are we
know.
allowed
I
to talk about this stuff on YouTube now? I
Don't
don't
know.
think we are. It's only Twitter that changed the rules. Did you
I
see
don't
the
think-
new
got bought
the
yet.
thing Elon Musk did to Twitter today?
No.
what do you do?
He changed it so that you can the algorithm doesn't choose what it shows you, what to show you. It's like you can go on the top right of your Twitter, and it has a little here.
Yes, please just do a show.
You go to this top right of Twitter, and you hit the little stars here, ding, and it'll tell you. You can switch it. See, it says switch to home, but your timeline shows the latest tweets, or you
Oh
can
my gosh.
switch it. Yeah,
Wow.
Huh.
Huh.
so you can just see what pops up because the people you follow actually posted it, not
Nice.
because of some stupid algorithm.
Nice.
He's fixing it already.
He
Wow.
didn't fix anything. They just turned things off because they know that they would get in trouble if those things were found.
Yeah,
know?
that
So
was
there-
probably like a really old, like when Twitter first was created, they probably had that option. and they're like, "Oh yeah, you should probably still have that option, huh?" Hey, Chuki, what's up?
Is Chuki in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's a Chukester.
Booster
seen
wants
him
to
in
know when you
forever.
can say the N word on Twitter. You mean nuclear? The nuclear word? You haven't seen Chuki in forever?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen him. He hasn't been in my Discord in a long time.
Oh, well, he's in mine all the time. He just
Oh,
won't
well, I
leave.
guess he just doesn't like Madam's Monsters anymore, which is too
Yes.
bad. Because he's like, he holds the most amount of customs, so he's going to get like a big old bag of friggin' maidens when they come out. So
Ooh.
Chuki likes them.
see, he was doing something. He was moving for the past 2 weeks.
Ah.
He somehow still found the time to be in my Discord.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sus. This is sus.
Yes, it's terrible. It's terrible. So, anyways, I got permission to announce what it was the Panthers that I'm working on NFT collection.
Oh,
It's-
he did.
I did. It's
Mhm.
for
Ta-da.
it's for UFC. What is that UFC thing? It is for the UFC fighter, MMA fighter Muhammad Usman, who is currently being featured in Ultimate Warrior, ESPN Plus reality show that will run for the next couple months. And so we are going to try to get that out. It's already done, unless I want to just keep adding stuff, which I have this horrible tendency to do. But yeah.
Is there any like benefit to having more rare ones, or?
I think that will have a lot to do with the game. By the way,
Oh yeah, game.
we're gonna do a game, a fighting game, a unique fighting game. We're not just gonna reskin freaking Tekken or something. But I was looking at Tekken today. I was like, there's some stuff in Tekken that I wanna rip off. Well, because I want it to be a side player, sideways.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? It's just side to side.
Mhm.
But I love how in Tekken, it's like you are playing side to side, but it gives you the illusion that you're playing 3D because it just moves slightly and like all the background like shifts around and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. So, what's
Cool.
the utility? We're still working out the white paper. I've been too busy working on you normie. I know I'm such a normie. So busy working on the collection. I haven't side scroller. It's not a side scroller though, because you're not scrolling. It's just a side fighter. It's like you're fighting from the side. You're not like
Mhm.
front
Yeah.
head on. I know what side scrollers are, dude. I'm freaking 50 years old, and my dad worked in the computer industry.
Is Booster just here to taunt you? I
know, freaking Booster. Damn it. But one of the utilities we're gonna work that out in the game as to whether or not particular attributes can be spawned. See, what I'd like to do, what I'd love to see, is for you build all the attributes, and then when you log in or someone actually no, I don't want to talk about that part because that was a really great idea another friend of mine had. But basically, you'd be able to play any of the NFTs. But you don't have to own the NFT to play, right? You have to buy the game with an NFT, maybe, unless we do this as a platformer. I don't know. You really might. No.
There's nothing gay about it.
All right. I find it so strange how the mainstream media can be so degrading and frankly racist to African Americans like Elon Musk. I know.
Right.
It's terrible. Booster said he was promised a Siege appearance. I can't simp to anyone here. Well.
Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to simp towards.
Yeah.
I guess it's because I've just gotten too hobo-ish with my beard.
It's true. It's true. But yeah, so the game is cool, and it will have that attribute. We want to do things like give away a Tesla, or do some really crazy giveaways. I want to do tournament play. None of this is promised, but because I have to work with my partner to work out the who is, by the way, Mohammed's manager. We need to work out all of the intricacies of the utility.
Mhm.
But ideas I've had is taking a certain percentage of the proceeds and putting it into some sort of DeFi or some sort of investment tool wherein the base remains there, but all of the money that comes from, like saying on a monthly basis or whatever, goes into a pool so that there's actual tournament play in the game, which is something I wanted to do for my own Funky Monkey game. But now I'm thinking, what if we just add the Funky Monkeys to this game? Right? It's our game. I can do whatever the hell I want with it. So what if we made monkeys playable characters in this fighting game? Right?
That would be cool.
That'd be sick. Can I wear his hoodie? Sure. Can we show up for his UFC as part of this group? We'll find out. Wow. Oh, damn. Adding monkeys would be cool, right? Yeah. What's up, Andrew Hayes? What's up?
Hey, Andy.
Amy Lester. What? Who's getting their hoodie stolen? Mohammed Usman. I could show. I was trying to get on that show, but ESPN2 wasn't working for me. So, here, let me see. I don't have anything queued up. I was completely ill prepared for this game. It's as if I don't know Mohammed the Motor Usman. Let's see.
So what weight class is he?
He's heavyweight.
Oh,
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
I'm actually losing some weight. I lost some weight. not that I was playing.
He's wearing that Nigerian flag.
Oh, he's from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they came over when he was just a kid. So he's like American, like the American dream, man. Yeah, and he used to play in the NFL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is he, like 6'3", 6'4"?
I don't know,
crap.
man.
He's
pretty
huge.
pretty big. Yeah, and his brother.
Just as a reference, look at the cage compared to him.
Yeah, he's taller than the cage.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, he's a heavyweight. Look at that.
He's huge.
He's a big boy.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, he's
So,
6'2". Okay,
6'2",
holy.
250 pounds.
Well, the other guy's 6'5".
Yeah.
Gee. And that's UFC?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at him like a panther.
Look when
Ready
he
to
squatted down. He's half the size of the guy standing there. Just squatted.
Mm-hmm.
He's like up to his waist.
Fight. So his brother, he's only ever lost his first fight, and he lost because he tapped out.
Hmm.
Muhammad was playing in the NFL, so he's kind of newer to MMA. But I think he's undefeated. I don't remember.
Man, I don't know why.
But he's coming up. So Muhammad's coming up, but his brother's been welterweight champ for like 2 or 3 years or something. Yes, he's Kamaru Usman's brother. I wonder if I'll get in trouble for showing this. Let me know if the stream stops playing.
Dude,
Where'd you
I
find the
watched-
video? Is it on YouTube anyways?
It is on YouTube. Welcome, Siege.
Oh, hey,
Hello.
We'll just stop playing
Hello.
this so that we can welcome Siege back to the stream.
Hello, here I am.
Hello. Booster
Ben,
came to simp on you.
Of course he did.
How long is a fortnight?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. It's been quite a couple fortnights.
It's been a handful.
Yeah, it's been over a couple.
It's been a week
It
of
has
Fortnite.
been quite a couple.
I know. What's up with that?
What is your shirt?
Crypto Chads.
Oh, okay.
The
Sorry for
disappointment.
asking.
That's my next. It's gonna launch soon.
Oh, I thought you already launched Crypto Chats?
No, that was launch chads. I could see where
Okay.
you might be confused.
Yep.
Booster is simping already.
Aw.
Welcome from Amy and from Andrew.
Hello. Hello, all my loyal fans.
Juan Soto. Who is Chad and why is he cryptozoic? No. Crypto Chads.
What's the difference between Crypto Chads and,
Launch Chads?
Launch Chads? That's the one.
Well, see,
The launch pads are in space.
Okay.
There you go. They're astronauts.
That's the only difference?
Well, their purpose was different. So the launch Chad purpose was to fund the Chad utility project, which was in turn going to drop free tokens into all of the crypto Chads wallets, so that that incentivized people to buy the monkeys, because the only way you could get a Chad was by owning a monkey. When I cut off the monkey print down to 3,000, it made me realize that I had 7,000 intended crypto Chads that were not going to be there. They weren't going to have a home without those monkeys. And so I'm like, wow, that means I can sell those and I can use that money to get more launch pads and really boost the Chad utility project to the moon. So that's why the crypto Chads are now their own thing, and they're going to be promoted and launched here pretty soon. I've got the guys that do the Meta Bounty Hunters, their team.
Meta.
Is
very meta.
What the heck? I just got an announcement from. Oops. Hold on a second. Oh, Brian Shear. He just uploaded a video. He's going to be like, Brian cannot be going on this late. He goes to bed at this time.
Are you sure it says late night chat?
It says late night chat?
Yeah, he's live.
What?
What?
Why is he competing with us?
See if it makes a difference. Like when people are at home in the evening. I've not tweeted this out at all. And I'm not going to.
Everybody go to Brian's.
Because I want to see organically how.
Oh, he wants to. Never mind. He wants to see organic. Nobody go to Brian's channel.
Well, they did find out about it organically, right? It was through you, so that's sort of just working out.
I'm organic.
Yeah, you are an organic life form.
Yes.
It's only the four of us.
It is just the four. Oh, I forgot to call Elliot.
I was gonna say, is Elliot gonna come?
Hold on.
You
Let me,
didn't invite. Did you give one to Rabbit?
To Rabbit, yeah. What's Rabbit?
I did,
Okay.
but it was late. So.
What about Amy and them? Did you send stuff to them?
I did not.
That's usually Rabbit does that usually, right?
Oh, okay.
Should I invite someone that's like really good at paint?
Sure. Are you talking about Brandon?
So everybody's inviting people to my house now.
No, I'm just asking. I won't invite if you don't want me to. I'm just asking.
Do we know this person? Have we vetted this person?
Who's really good at Windows
Vetted. He said
paint?
vetted.
Oh, are you talking about Booster?
What? Who? What are you talking about? I don't
Windows Paint. There's only one man I know who uses Windows Paint.
Actually, I use Windows Paint to scan in my line art.
Really?
I don't know how to do it on Clip Studio. I probably.
But you don't line with it.
No, I just scan in all my.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
But
there's
I don't
no
really
way.
do. Yeah, it works good. But yeah.
I've never heard Chucky. I wonder what he sounds like.
Chucky, who's Chucky?
He's one of our.
Mods?
What would you call him? He is a very, very well invested monkey and madam person.
He's one of my biggest customers.
Yeah.
He's a whale. Is that what you're
He's a
saying?
whale. Well, no, it's just, I want to say he's like a very embedded in the community. He's a community leader.
What's his avatar usually?
He's got a bad monkey going into the 252s.
251s.
51? I thought it was
251.
251. I thought it was 252 for the longest time.
Wow.
Wow. Shows you what I know.
I
'Cause
know.
I don't own one. So,
Yeah, he regretted that.
I do regret that. I was about to press that
You
button.
can always buy one off.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but it's not in the moment anymore.
Yeah, it's like in the moment. I was in a toga. It was exciting.
Right.
It was.
And we were looking at a naked lady.
What?
Oh, how sweet. Chucky says he can give you one.
What? No.
You never know. Someday those might have utility.
They'll have utility. They'll be a part of my game.
Hey.
All of your collections.
Hey, whoa,
do
whoa,
something.
whoa.
I
Don't be
thought you
going
had
giving the
utility.
251
It's something
utilities
that
out.
you're, like, obsessed
What?
with?
They're the equivalent of like, they give you access to the frat house. Though
No, that's the point. They should only give you access to the perimeter of the
of the
frat.
frat. Oh, okay.
They can't actually get in.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
So the 252 is actually like a
251.
251. God.
Great.
The memory. Tadpole memory.
Try 000 000.
That's PTS, man. PTSD.
PTSD.
I go to sleep
That's
at night and I'm
PTSD.
like, I'll never have any more votes. Never again.
Okay, tell me the truth. Has he been playing that while I'm not here, or only when
Yes,
I am?
yeah, he's doing it while he's here. No,
Where the
last
hell is
week he,
Aaron, anyways?
Hey, Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now?
tell
No.
Siege and message him and say like that you're on, because he'll definitely come if you're on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Has he not been coming on?
Yeah, he came on last
No,
week.
he's on last week.
Okay.
But he'll come much quicker if you're on.
If he's available.
He'll make it a priority.
Careful with your language. Hey, check out what I got.
Wow, it's a team group 3-year warranty. What is that?
Wow, it's a blue box.
Bro, that's a freaking 1 terabyte solid state hard drive.
No way.
It was
Wow.
$78.
I've
Where'd
already
you get
seen one
that?
of those. Bring me something cooler.
Good egg,
Oh yeah, it's a good egg. Wow, that's nice.
right? 78, because I'm almost out of space on my D drive, which it's a terabyte drive. I'm like, remember when you were so excited to get a 2 terabyte or a 2 gigabyte hard drive?
Yeah, no, I remember. I remember when it was like, what was it, 56 megabytes on a flash drive. That was like, whoa, 56 megabytes. I remember 12 megabytes was a big deal.
Zach, I remember the 16 kilobyte memory
Floppy disk. Yeah, that's floppy.
expanders for the Atari 800. No, they-
Oh,
hard drive
those giant
expanders.
things.
Yeah.
What about zip drives?
Let's not go on and on about how old we
Oh
are.
yeah, I remember floppy disks. What now?
What up with that?
Whoa.
Oh, do you
Whoa.
remember the 7-inch floppy disks though?
Yeah, those giant ones.
Those
Yeah.
giant ones I see on
Oh.
the movies.
Hmm
Yeah.
But do
That
you
I see on
remember the poke?
No,
the
I bet you Siege only remembers like the 3-inch ones.
Oh, probably. I don't remember the big ones.
Before the 3-inch was the 5-inch. And before the 5-inch was the 7-inch. And before that, I think we just used records. I don't know. No, before that, it was tape.
Yeah.
Literally
Oh, I
tape,
don't
man.
like that.
We go way back machine right now.
If you really want to like that very first one where it was just like holes in paper to keep track.
Punch cards,
Yeah,
dude.
the
I
punch
remember
cards.
the punch cards.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my dad was a pioneer in this freaking industry. We had one of those the line printers at home. Those big 50-pound printers with the green and white paper.
Yeah.
Those things are so rad.
How primitive we are. So no, there was this new technology that they're starting to do, and it was actually something that I'm not going to say I came up with it, but I had the idea for it when I made a comic around the time that my daughter was born called Eve Infinite, and it was about a guy who basically figures out a way to transfer memory like at speeds that are just so fast that we can finally like kind of start to unwind like the human brain and how much capacity. And it was using basically fiber optic lighting to like do transistors. And they just, I kid you not, like 2 days ago announced that they're starting to do fiber optic transistors. And I was like, what? I thought about that. I thought
that's a bummer for you, homie.
It was one of those just geeked out moments where I was like, I can't believe that something like that I thought about actually works and is going to be the next thing, because we can't make transistors any smaller than they are, because they're now in they're nano. You know, we can't make them any smaller because the atoms will be too small. The atoms will be too big. You know what I mean? For these transistors.
That's insane though, like what they can do now. Like no one, I don't know why they're not terrified about the stuff that they can do. I mean,
I don't want to make this all about me, but you know those pants where you can take the legs off and they're shorts?
We've heard this story.
Oh no! Yep. I've seen the.
I invented those.
I believe you.
I don't know, man. I've seen people make jeans into shorts.
No.
He's like, Mike, they do it on the spot though, right there.
Yeah, with the zipper.
Yeah.
I had those.
I wanted those really bad. I saw them in the mall one time, and I was like, "Dang, that's fashion." That is high fashion right there.
That's
one thing. I told you guys about the invisible braces, right?
What?
Huh?
I'm the co-creator, the co-designer of invisible braces.
Of Invisalign?
I'm telling you the truth, right?
I believe you, but like, what do you mean you're the co-creator?
When I was a freshman in high school, I got called to the principal's office, and Dr. Lundgren, my friend Scott and Eric's dad, was there. And he's like, hey, my son tells me that you're a good artist. And I'm like, yeah, you know. He's like, I have this idea and I need someone to, you know, basically design it for me. And so he started doing a line of braces on the inside of the jaw and all that stuff. And so I took his idea and I designed it. And I gave it to him. He might have gave me $20 or something. I don't even remember. I totally freaking forgot about it until just probably 3-4 years ago, and I had a dream about it, and I woke up and I'm like, was Scott on Facebook, and I'm like, hey, do you remember me drawing invisible braces, the design for invisible braces for your dad? And he's like, yeah, we still have that drawing somewhere. I'm like, what did you do with it? And he's like, oh, his company made millions off that. I'm like,
what a jerk. No royalties.
If he was smart, he would have been
that's like
talking about.
It's like the Nike thing, but they never came back and actually gave you what you deserved, you know?
Could have bought me a car or something.
Yeah. That sucks.
See, that's how it is, man. Like for me,
yeah,
I would
use us.
I would definitely, if I would just pay people, I would blow their minds away. I'd be like, guess what? You're getting this. And what? I don't know.
You mean if you had the money to do that?
Yeah, I would be just giving money like crazy to people, man. People would be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
That's why I want a lot of money.
You just want a lot of money to give it away.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
He went a lot of money to not have a lot of money.
Apologize to your folks. And
wait, Jason is laughing.
I was trying really hard not to, and I guess I didn't.
LOL.
Orthodontist.
Can you tell them I'm sorry?
But that's the thing, right? When you're working with the writer, you're the artist. You draw what they write. You're still the co-creator.
What are we hearing right now?
Yeah, I was going to say
Was
this.
that a private conversation or was that somebody's CD?
I think we were hearing Matt's conversation with his wife.
Oh, did he mute?
Yeah.
Sorry, Becky.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Pablo says he invented the meatball sandwich.
I believe him.
Pablo didn't do nothing. What, Pablo? You just draw boobs.
Becky said sorry for talking too loud on the phone.
No, she's fine.
No, she's fine. We love you, Becky.
Me too.
Why is this not popping up? There it is.
It was probably me. I heavy breathe all the time. I said boobies.
Andrew says Bitcoin is now at $28,984.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of excited about how low Ethereum is right now. I actually gasped today. I was like,
You did what?
I did.
Oh, you had feelings when you saw that it like dropped like a.
Yeah, I was excited. I was like, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's at 2,065 right now.
Mm-hmm.
What is?
ETH.
Ethereum.
Oh wow, it's even lower than it was when I checked it.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Let's see.
Welcome to the bear market, everyone. In case you didn't realize it.
I'm not being sarcastic though. I thought that was good news, but it was like.
Yeah, it is because now when I'm charging people 0.25 for the crypto chads, they won't think it's as expensive. They're like, it's only $500.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Same with mine. It's like
I said it was deceptively cheap.
Yeah,
because then I'm going to be making money.
And one ETH still equals 1 ETH to me.
Exactly. That's what, and I'm like, that's just going to be like, I'm going to just be getting bunches of months.
Just accumulate, and then
but
because
you can raise your prices now, so people don't understand that they're paying.
It doesn't matter to me if I raise it, probably because
you don't cash them out anyways. You just hodl. So
yeah, I have a little bit, just a tiny bit, but I still have a whole ETH anyway.
Oh, so you actually got to work. So good.
Yeah, I figured it out. I mean, I followed your instructions and I was like, this has to be correct. And I stare at it for like 5 minutes each time I make a move. So I'm like, this is absolutely correct. And then, yeah, so I just did a little bit.
For sure. Good.
Yeah, I'm trying to move into that other opportunity I was talking about. So I'm probably going to be cashing out some ETH to do that, but I'm not really concerned about it too much because I'm, after the crypto chads launches, I can just replenish.
I don't know what other opportunity you're talking about, but is it?
Because I can't really talk about it.
He's being deceptively cryptic about it, and it's okay because he could get in trouble if he doesn't.
Oh, okay, so it's
not legally or anything, but the people that told me about it don't want it everywhere.
Okay.
He's got a non-disclosure agreement that he didn't sign. Like we're all working on products.
I put in a preliminary investment of $10,000 in it 3 days ago, and it's already up over $10,500. So it's up more than 5% in just 5.4% in 3 days. And so I'm like, I want to put more stuff in this. So I need to move some stuff out of ETH. What is it? I can't talk about it.
He's like, tell us.
My goals for the bear market are to accumulate as much Ethereum, Looks and Anchor, and probably DOT. I'm going to accumulate some DOT and BNB. So
yeah, I was just looking though at, I don't know where I can find it. Let's just check the.
Do these usually last a certain amount of time, or?
Yeah, we're not even in the bottom. We're not in the bottom yet.
Okay.
Of where the bear market will be taking us, and so, I don't mind getting out now because I think we'll have a solid after probably the next 3 months, I think we'll hit sort of the bottom. And then for a year, we're going to be like skimming around the bottom.
Yeah, we're going to be what we did for like the past like half a year, where we were just skimming up there on the like that 30,000, 40,000.
Okay,
we're going to do that, but lower.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, it's going to be higher than it was last cycle. But the stuff that you invest in over the next year, let's just call it a year. Whatever you buy at this point, if you pick the right stuff, that's going to determine how rich you are during the year following that.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
As the bull market kicks in again. So yeah, I can't find it's too hard to find the charts. That's basically the explanation. Well, here's one. I don't know how. Open image and image in any tab. So here I can just show people. There's screen. Boop. This isn't necessarily the one I was looking at, but it shows the same basic thing. It's like you get the halving, then you get the run up, the peak, cool down, and then the cycle just repeats, right?
So does it get higher each time, basically?
Yeah, but
Okay.
as you can see, as more money comes in, the rate of growth will slow down. Right, because going from 0 to 1,000, it's very hard to then 1,000x again, right? Well, actually, 0 to 1,000 would be 1,000x. 1 to 1,000. All right. If the world governments become hostile to digital currency, will that increase or decrease its value? It'll do both, I think. Because as world governments become hostile to it, like in China, every time China tries to ban Bitcoin, it just proves that Bitcoin cannot be banned. And therefore, it proves the use case and the validity of the currency, of the blockchain. Andrew says, basically what Mike is saying is he's on the inside track now. Mike is no longer one of the normal people. How dare you say I was ever normal?
That's yet to be proven.
That's right. Is it Fight Club? Oh, because I can't talk about it? No, it's Money Club. And that's the thing, is like, because we're in this bear market now, this other thing is in stable coins. And so the returns, it may not be in crypto, but crypto may be, keep going down for another 3 to 6 months. I'd rather be in something that's stable now. Plus, I believe the dollar is increasing with that. They're doing quantitative tightening right now. So they're trying to force constrict the money supply, which is going to raise the value of the dollar, which is not going to be helpful for the crypto market.
So you're not going to be able to get money out of your bank for probably right when you want.
Well, I'm going to deal with stable coins, which means I'll still be in crypto. It'll just be dollar-based crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when I need money, I can just transfer it to my bank and all that kind of stuff. Although I don't even technically.
I'll listen to that.
Yeah. Yeah. But long term, I still think it's all about the crypto. So, Siege, tell us what you've been up to, young lady.
Just drawing. I feel like I'm always up to something, but like I don't know. When it comes time that somebody asks, I'm like, nothing much. There's stuff.
You're like super busy, but then you don't know how to articulate, right? You're like, oh.
Yeah, how do I say? I'm like, to me, it's kind of just, busy work. And then I'm like, how do you just say? I'm like, I've been drawing. I have been working on, monkeys.
Oh, yeah. Shoot. Hold on. I'm going to check my mail. Matt told me he sent me.
Irony.
6 files. Weldon delivers.
Oh, Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
Weldon.
Mm-hmm. Let's show in folder.
It's funny. He like tagged me on some Facebook post, and I like haven't talked to him in a long time. He's like, "Dude, check this out." I'm like, "What?"
That's how friends work, Carson.
Yeah, he was just like, it's like, you know, one of those friends where they just call you and it's in the middle of conversation right when they answer the phone. You're like,
"Oops,
dude, I told this guy, I was talking to this guy," and you're like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
Sounds like you, though.
You do that?
No, that sounds like you.
Oh.
All
Yeah, I
right.
guess so.
All right. This is the world premiere of the latest Monkeys.
Did you show off my Wonder Woman? Because I actually really liked that one.
It's
Yeah,
all
that was cool. Yeah.
BCBA says Jon Snow custom. Oh, it's not on there. No, but he'll be turning those in soon. Sorry.
No.
Hey, it's Bianca. What's up, Bianca? All right. Let's add this to the stream and
Yes, show.
check out the ups. It's opening on the wrong screen. There's the
Oh,
Alan Scott.
love that.
Actually, let me move this over here. Alan Scott. And then dadgummit, why is it opening on this screen? Johnny Storm.
Oh my gosh. I love these.
You only love it because it's well done.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it looks good. So even if it wasn't well done,
Is he coloring it too?
that's how amazing his art was. Is.
I think he had Jean color it. Jean-Francois. The invisible chimp.
So cute.
It's funny, you can kind of tell it's his, like that Doctor Strange. I was like, you can kind of tell it's his, but it looks different than, you know.
Oh, it's a monkey head. It's got a monkey face.
It kind of looks like Maddie. His art's kind of turning more into him, I feel like.
And then Mr. Chimptastic.
That is so cool. Did he get like the whole freaking Fantastic Four?
Why?
What do you think?
Yes, he
That
did.
is so
You-
cool.
You get the thing?
You mean this?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
That's awesome.
that is so good.
That's perfect for a monkey face, you know, the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is that the first time? First thing, monkey?
He did
Yeah, they're all
Doctor
one-off.
Strange
That is awesome.
And then one
a while
more.
ago, though.
Watu.
Water.
So good.
I call that one Watu. Watu. I was going to say, are these well done? They are very well done. You like that?
No, I was laughing at Booster.
That looks like Rockbite from Neverending Story. It's giving me PTSD. Sorry, Booster.
PTSD.
Don't know how to help you.
There's no helping Booster.
There's no helping.
He says that, but he wanted us to watch the movie.
What movie?
We just Neverending Story.
Oh.
He doesn't like it?
No.
No, he does like it, so he was having me watch it, and I was like,
Then he was like, was it Cartex or what's his name?
Artex?
Artex.
Artex.
yeah,
Artex.
that's what's giving him PTSD.
That's
Yeah,
gut
just
wrenching.
watching your horse drowned in
That is
muck.
gut wrenching.
I'm sure if I saw it when I was a kid, it would be worse for me, but watching it,
Oh, you want to see Eric's
I didn't hate it.
what?
You're just talking to
Something
Booster.
I'm talking to Booster.
Easy. Take it easy there, lady. This is a cover for Cyber Hornets #2 by Eric.
Nice. Wait, did Nino Tasky?
Nino Towski.
I can't really
Nice.
tell what's
Oh,
happening
nice.
here. I need
Nice.
to full screen.
Oh, but you know what you need to see. You want me to
Oh, are
full-
these the Hornets?
Yeah.
Oh,
Winky disappointed.
no comment.
I know. What's up with you?
Nothing.
Buzz is awesome.
Just-
Leave
I'm
Buzz
being
alone.
really
Yeah.
nice. So,
Everything that's a point. Oh,
I'm learning how to be nice, and just if I don't have anything nice to say, I'm not saying it at all.
When did why did you start taking notes out of my book?
My mother's been trying to do that for a long time.
Oof,
What about
I love that? That's sick. Kanan.
What about that?
It's hornets again.
Yeah.
But look how cool
Like
that is.
Kanan.
How interesting.
What's wrong with the hornets? Did you have a bad experience with a hornet once?
Did a hornet sting you multiple times on the back once?
In the eye?
On the back. That's
I got stung by a
specific.
hornet before.
Just on the face.
I've been stung by a hornet,
just
but
twice
it
on the
wasn't
chest.
that bad.
I got
Twice
stung
on
by
the
a
chest.
hornet in between my finger, in between my ring and middle finger, and it
That's
caused
so weird. My uncle had that.
it caused my whole hand to go like I couldn't move it for like 2 hours. Like it just got
Whoa.
paralyzed. Like the nerve endings were like on fire. It sucked.
That didn't happen to him, but we were minding our own business barbecuing, and that happened. But I thought it was funny at the
Kanan
time.
colored this himself too.
Did he really?
Mhm.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, he didn't
I was
want
gonna
to at
ask.
first because he thought it would take forever, and then he's like, you know what? Let me try it.
And then he was like, "Wow, look at this! Look at me go!" Wow.
Turns out, the guy can color.
Yeah. Like I didn't know Matt could
I got
paint.
into my earliest real fight because of a hornet.
What?
Why did you get in a real fight because
You
of
got
a
in a
hornet?
fight?
Like an actual fight.
Yeah, why'd you get in a
Like
real
a fist fight
for
with
because of
a
a hornet?
hornet or a human?
No, it was with a human, but he was getting, and I still got a laugh. He wanted to fight me because I was laughing at him, but because a hornet was literally chasing him down the street, stinging him on the back, and it's just so cartoonish that what did you do to this hornet that he's literally chasing you, and he's like running, and
I
this
can
thing
picture
is
that.
chasing him and stinging him over and over again on the back. And I can't not laugh at it today because it's just so ridiculous. And so he's like, "You wanted to fight me," and I'm like, "You don't want to fight me." He's like, "Yes, I
You
do."
don't want to fight me. That's something Costin would say. You don't want to fight me, man.
I mean, this was 7th grade, and I was almost a black belt in Taekwondo, and this guy had never done anything in anything.
He
And
never
so-
done anything with his life.
He was a loser. is what Mike's trying to say.
He'd never done anything.
His name was Danny, I remember.
Oh yeah, sounds like a loser.
So we went in the back of the
Danny's your
Vidovich's
kind of
backyard,
loser.
and I just told him, "All right, just don't try to hit me in the face or it's over." And he started throwing, and then he tried to punch me in the face. I'm like, "All right, we're done." So I started kicking him, and he's just like, "This is such a dumb story." It's Danny the loser. Aw, be nice, but yeah.
But yeah,
just hit him where he got stung. Yeah. All right, back to some artwork by The Siege.
Oh,
Although that's very risque, so let's put this up.
is it? She doesn't have anything showing.
She doesn't have anything on.
it's the shapeliness. It's all shapely.
Oh my goodness, a shapely woman. How could me?
Oh my stars and garters!
Oh my goodness.
Mike docks this man, his address and family. This is what Danny gets. I wasn't being a bully, Vic. I told him he didn't want to fight me. He
I told him. He didn't listen.
believe me.
Why didn't you believe me?
And it was funny. You would have laughed too, probably.
Maybe.
Danny is now in therapy because of Mike. It's possible. Jason says bees are better than hornets because they commit and they put their whole heart into it.
Commit to the flip.
To the sting. A bee stings you, he's committed to sacrificing his life just to hurt you a little bit.
Well, I mean, I think he would think he's in actual danger, you know? I don't think it's just out of spite.
No, Legitimately, it's out of spite. How's it going, Cossin?
Oh, it's going good.
How many layers you got?
I got a bunch of different ones, but it goes pretty quick if I just start focusing on just the lines and the colors, and then I go in later with the shadows. I'm surprised how fast I can go with the different attributes.
Yeah.
Once you get the base model down, that was the thing, getting the base down.
Yep.
But yeah, it's going quicker now. So I'm gonna try to crank out a bunch. I got some, new eyes, the new mouth. I'm wondering how it's gonna match up different eyes with mouths that I didn't intend to be together. Which is cool.
Well, that's the fun part. Like, and we're actually Jordan and I are planning on doing a basically like a crash course for artists that want to use the hash lips and how to use it.
Yeah.
And set it up.
Cracking the hash lips.
Hash lips is the engine that allows you to input all of your layers, and then it'll arrange them for you. So you might want to come if you're interested in learning how to do that.
Oh no, I'll take a private lesson. I ain't gonna show up for that.
Just record it.
But so we're gonna do that. So that way, Matt, you can just input these, and then you can do like a small run of 100 and just kind of see all the different matches.
Oh, really?
I do that right now. It's like I go. Let me share my screen. Hold on, because that's actually what I've been working on. Is modifications to the. I need to make this look better because Matt's looks so good.
Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
I want to ask a question, and it's not meant to be mean. What's with the 1 tooth thing? Is that an anime thing?
The what?
The 1 tooth thing, Cossin?
She's got
the cat.
No,
one?
she doesn't. On the one.
Cat mouth.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Why?
That's kind of like the look, kind of like a goofy look.
Oh, is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, it's like they do. It's like I just call this one cat mouth because it's supposed to look like when they look mischievous or kind of playful. They got the kind of the 1 tooth showing.
I hate. Okay, no, it's
Why
fine.
do you hate everything?
Because it's so anime, and I know Cossin likes that, so it's fine. But
but
yeah, you gotta do it if it's gonna be anime. You gotta go all out.
Oh, yeah?
Yucky poo poo. But I support you.
I support you and your crap.
I just really.
You gotta have some of the tropes in there thrown in there.
Yep.
You know?
I agree.
Otherwise, they'll be like, "Hey, you should have done this." But not everybody's into anime, so it's cool too, but yeah.
Okay, go you.
Yeah.
You do you, Matt.
You go for it.
You do you. I got I like the different hairs. I got like her wild Mana hair.
Oh, are you showing something? Are we looking at Zach's?
Oh, we're looking at Zach's now.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I was letting you guys.
Is that the wild hair?
Yeah, like her tousled short hair. But it's funny with the eyes. I didn't see with the eyes before.
That's cool, yeah. I like the angry mouth though. Do the angry mouth? Yeah, with those eyes. That's pretty good.
She pissed off.
He's like,
I also don't understand with anime. Again, not to be mean, I don't understand the tiny mouths. What's that about?
It's in the culture it's considered more attractive to have smaller mouths.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because women with big mouths are annoying.
Yeah, they said because if women have bigger mouth, they'll say horse face or something like that's what the old saying, right?
Huh?
That's what I call them. Little horse face.
Well, the Japanese, they keep all those little attractive attributes, don't they?
They want the lips to look like little rose petals, like little
I hate that. Sorry.
That's why they had the little
cultural.
Like in the Star Wars, Padme had those little lips.
Everything.
In the makeup, she had those.
Yeah, but you guys know how I draw my lady lips.
No, I like big lips.
Luscious.
Too.
Oh, it's an Edwin.
Oh my gosh!
It's a roving Edwin.
There he
Aloha,
is.
everybody. How you doing, Miss Siege?
I'm good. How are you?
I
I
am
missed you so
excellent.
much. Look at your hair.
Say again?
Look at your hair. Look at you. Oh.
Yeah, it's getting. I'm getting a mane.
Aw.
I'm gonna look like here in another 6 months. I'm gonna look like Mike's dad.
My dad's dead. You'd have to be a pile of ashes.
Well, I'm pretty gray.
Dang.
I'm pretty gray hair.
That's a good
well,
one. I liked that.
actually, I am.
You
I'm
are a
getting
little
ready-
ash gray.
Yeah. I'm getting ready for when they bring back Lord of the Rings on ice. I'm going to try out for the part of Saruman.
Oh my gosh, would you
Nice.
please try out for that? Please do that. I don't even care if you make it, but like if you did, that'd be awesome. But I just want you to try out for it.
Hey, Cross Comics, and Amy Lester, and Andrew Hayes, and Zach Richmond.
Amy says the bigger the mouth, the louder you're talking in anime. So if you speak normally, little mouth. Excited, biggest mouth. Yelling, huge mouth.
Whatever. All anime girls yell. They're all whiny.
Yeah. See, they got the big mouth. That's right
Uh-uh.
after dinner. They do get really big
Yes, they
yappers.
are
What's her
though.
name doesn't yell? Naruto's girlfriend.
Oh, you made this one. Oh, I cannot stand her. She is the absolute worst.
Hinata? You don't like Hinata?
No, she is so like passive about everything, and like Naruto doesn't like you. Why did you even try?
What are you talking about? He married her.
Yeah, but he didn't like her,
Spoilers.
and she like devoted her entire life to this one little blonde boy that paid no attention to her. It was so
And it worked,
ridiculous.
didn't it?
No,
It
it didn't.
totally
That's how
worked.
they wrote it. That
He
wasn't
married
work.
her.
No.
She won.
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, if Sakura
Yeah.
like went for it, he wouldn't even care about Hinata anymore. But whatever.
Well, yeah, but you know,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
he
saying.
was horrible.
The girl with the bigger
Nerd.
mouth that screams. Just saying.
See, there you go. See,
I'm just saying. Is all
Oh,
I'm
I like that.
so you get some big lips.
Those are poofy.
Did you make those just now?
Yeah.
Oh, are you gonna keep those, or did you just do it for me?
Yeah, I just did them just now because you wanted the big lips.
Dang it!
That's a good one though.
I
I mean,
variety.
he's not.
Variety.
He's not keeping them.
And no, what you should then they should be called like siege lips, like as the anime.
Under siege.
Siege lips.
No.
Yes.
Tell him to call it.
And the siege was broken.
Yeah, people like that,
Yep.
but make it rare.
Yep.
Siege was broken.
All right, from your audience, Jason Bernard says there are like 20 objectively good animus, and most of them are Ghibli. I would suggest to you
Oh,
that
you pronounced two of those things wrong.
I would suggest that all 20 of them are named Fist of the North Star. That's all you need.
Oh my gosh.
You're already
I never
dead.
think that
You're-
he
yeah.
counts as
The
an
fist
enemy.
of the North Star and the fist of the South Star must never fight.
Who just did that?
That was Edwin.
Edwin.
Oh my gosh!
That was pretty
He's a voice
surprising.
actor.
You close your eyes, you can see it.
Yeah. I closed them hard enough.
So what's going on, Edwin?
What's that, Mr. Miller?
I said, what's going on? What's shaking?
Okay, so I was just talking to one of the Avalanche Foundation team. He's in charge of recruitment. I think he may actually be in San Diego. But
Nice.
he's a huge comic book fan too. So I told him I would make the introduction between the two of you.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Very nice. I'm sorry, Zach. You stopped sharing your screen. Did you want to go back and?
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't know, if they're still interested in seeing what I was
No,
going
we
to
are.
share.
I just wanted to see the big hair that Costin was showing.
Okay.
No, Siege wasn't interested. The rest of us are.
Listen, me and Zach hang out a lot, so I hear a lot of things. So
Yeah, he gets pretty bored of me constantly talking about how awesome NFTs are. So basically, if you want Schmat, you can look and see what I'm doing. So basically, what this is actually it's a Visual Studio Code, and you can install it on your computer. It's like a default for basically programming, and it will read Solidity, it'll read C++, anything Java. But for this, you go to GitHub, and you're able to basically download a prescript that is the Hashlips program, and from that you can set it. You can do it like easy tutorial where basically it's just walkthrough of it showing you how to set it up, and it's really easy. Is it basically this layers function that they have is just a folder in the Hashlips that you download, and when you input it accordingly, it separates the layers into attributes that then you can go into, and like this little hash, if we see this little #1 or #1, whatever generation you're from, will set the weights of rarity. So you can go through and basically, set how rare you want everything to be. And to create specific, let's say you wanted an exact number of a certain type of characteristic or attribute, you can go through and individually set these. How I have it right here, like it says, grow edited size addition to 4,000. That means there's going to be 4,000 of these farmhands, and then it'll grow to the barmaids. So it'll be exactly 2,500 barmaids. So I can exactly pinpoint the number of different attributes for rarities. And this is actually the same thing that if you wanted to do, like Mike, when I was saying, like you can make an individual like just one, you could set it to just grow size like of just one. You know what I mean? And then have it for the specific attributes that you assign it. So like you can make complete uniques if you wanted to with the system. So and that's also how these people are doing, like they're doing like male and female in the same collection with two different bodies. It's the same thing, because that's how, like, designating essentially, instead of doing like, me doing burlesque and clerk and stuff like that, I would do like male and female, and you would be able to then make two different folders that separate the different attributes.
Were you already fluent in JavaScript before you started tinkering with this, or did you just learn up enough to use the?
I have a background in computer science from my dad, so learning this stuff, I understood most of it. Most of it was actually relearning Solidity. And understanding how that's going to communicate with the smart contracts that are behind this. So, because it's so.
And then how long of an int do you need to store all the data for? Do you break it down where each part of the int stores a piece of the attributes to reduce the amount of data that's being transmitted with each one? Or
well, actually, when you do it this way, basically this compiles it so that they are no longer separate. They become one image. They become like one image, and then it saves it on the metadata, which is these JSON files. This metadata.
Okay.
And then that becomes the part. Hide that. That becomes the assigned to each of these NFTs. So when you're uploading it to that server, that
IPFS,
the IPFS, it knows how to designate the metadata when you drop it.
That's cool, Zach. That looks good. I like that.
had to go a lot of tinkering because I got to compete with you, Matt.
Can I share this at all? Can I share this at all on Twitter?
Yeah, of course.
We'll pull up. Do you have a different one besides the yellow stockings? The yellows.
Oh, this one.
What do you got against yellow stockings?
Oops. I wanted two screens.
I like that blue lipstick and blue eyeshadow. It's nice.
Well, I grew up listening to Stryper, so it's a little confusing for me.
I was listening to him earlier today.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I like Stryper. It's classic. But how I have it, like, see how I have them designated is that this is like the whole body, but then what I did was just went in and did each variation as its own attribute, essentially.
Oh, wow.
So and then I use the head as the anchor for the whole thing, so that way, like if you notice, like the head doesn't change, but the body will change.
Okay.
And they just added a feature where basically I didn't even have to do the skin tones that how I have like separated for skin tones and all these. I could have made a layer that you can now set to overlay or multiply. You can do that in Illusion now.
Seriously?
Yeah. You can now do blend.
Game changer.
Yeah, you can now do blend modes. They have it all set for all blending modes.
But because I don't see the guys I'm working with now, I don't know if they know all this stuff or what. I mean, because they said to keep it simple. Like I'm on different poses, but they're like, you probably and do different things. They said you probably should keep it simple for now for this first one.
Yeah.
Well, plus you have a limited amount of time there, buddy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, no, you can now assign blend modes for certain layers. Like if you want, how I bet this would have been helpful for the Pluto Alliance, to get those the eyebrow expressions and all the muscles and everything. Like, so
yeah.
Well, it's too late now for that UFC project, but just know in the future, Mike, you can now do it like assigned overlays and multiple.
Yeah, dude, that's such a game. That's what I've been freaking wishing.
So you could have done that with the sunglasses thing, right?
I've been wishing and wishing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That is cheap sunglasses.
Yeah, I don't buy expensive sunglasses.
I'm gonna have to set one up, like make just a small NFT project, just to literally go through the blend modes. Well, no, just to show it off for the actual like crash course class that Jordan and I are gonna do, because I do want to show people like all the cool things you can do with this. I just have my project right now inputted, and I don't have enough time to separate and do all that, because all that stuff literally was an update that happened within like the last 2 weeks, and I made this collection a month or 2 ago. So when they all of a sudden added like blend layers and stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have had that 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah. Legit. I wish I had that 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Zach, what's this collection called?
This is Madams and Monsters, the Maidens collection. And I have a nice little GIF somewhere on my Twitters that actually shows off like a good assortment of coolness.
This is going to mint on ETH, or is already minted on ETH?
It's going to mint on ETH. Can I make it bigger? No. But there's a lot of cool. I kind of got you get sucked in when you start being able to see all the layers start to play out. You keep wanting to like regenerate the collection just to see all the cool outputs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because the combos are all different than what you put together while you're drawing it. So it's
and
cool.
There's some ones where you're gonna like it's gonna be kind of like a hit or miss, where you're gonna have like a hairstyle that looks really good on some and then doesn't look good at all on others, and then you're gonna go and try and fix it. It's actually gonna break it. So my best advice is not to worry about the ones that don't look good, because it's just gonna happen, because you can't like predict. Like you can try like go through, like do a pre-check in the layers, but like for the most part, like you just kind of got to let it be its thing, and then it'll actually grow on you for the most part, because there's some of these faces like don't match the hairs at all for mine. but after a while you start seeing them, and it just kind of you guys kind of just associate like the people behind it, because it's supposed to be like this character, and then that kind of becomes them,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
trying to catch my mohawks.
Oh yeah, Mohawks.
Yeah, I put mohawks. Like that was a really recent addition. I was just like, I need a more cool kind of rare hairstyle, and I didn't want to do the. There it is, mohawk.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's it's like the full hawk, right? Or that actually is because you shave the sides.
Well, I didn't fully shave the sides. I didn't want to.
Well, I mean, it's short. It's like
Yeah, it's really short. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
it's
'Cause
like.
I'm the same way. I didn't want to shave it completely clean because I was like,
Mhm.
I don't know, it's kind of weird.
But those are extremely rare, and it's there's like some of literally I can go and like watch type up I can go and check the rarity status of all the everything within the collection that I just produced, so I can actually make sure that it's balanced, and I got the rarities I wanted to,
Yeah.
So
I wish I knew how to do all this stuff without, because that's like for me, it's even harder just coming up with like, okay, how does this work?
Mhm.
But I would love to be able to do that, just kind of like go through like. But I know if I did that, I'd be like you said, I'd be like going through and trying to change everything. Like, oh wait, I gotta change this.
Yeah, but the cool thing is that you kind of really start to adjust and learn quickly of like what your parameters are for the collection of like what you can add to make it look even cooler, because something that like I felt was missing, I was like, there's something really missing. So I started adding these moods, which are basically just like weather that happens in front of the character, and it actually adds like a lot when you get the finished piece. And it's something you don't even really pay attention to when you're actually looking at it. Like if you look at it like right now, you wouldn't think like there's a layer there that's actually being defined as fog, and whatnot. So it adds a lot to and then look, there's like this one's rain, and that you don't even think about like adding those sorts of things until you all of a sudden are stacking these layers on each other and you're going like, what is missing,
Yeah,
Atmosphere.
yeah, that's true. Like I started realizing that on some things, I kind of start going through and cycling them just manually, like,
So
Yeah, I did that on Cyclones.
what's going on with that? Cyclones.
Oh, I have
my
a plan
gosh.
for that.
Yeah, but what?
What happened, Siege?
Oh, I just forgot about your clown
Oh,
project.
yeah, I have a sort of a new plan for that. But that was never intended to come out until after we're done with Chad's. But now I have a different opportunity that I'm thinking of using that for. So, but yeah, I did atmospherics on those.
Mm-hmm.
cool.
All right, Zach, I shared out an image, your Twitter, Madam and Monsters, and then the Madams and Monsters Discord server from my crypto Twitter.
Oh, thank you very much, Edwin.
Crypto Twitter.
Oh, Avalanche Edwin.
How you been, Siege?
I've been good. How have you been?
Excellent. I am
Excellent.
always excellent. Where have I put? I was doing stuff and I've misplaced StreamYard. So what are you doing here? Are you going full on erotica? What is this?
Oh, mine. I'm trying to do mermaids for mermaid. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me cover her boobies. so I can
Mermay.
send
You're
in.
trying to do Mermay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I'm not doing every day. There, I censored her boobies.
It's the Bancroft brothers, right?
What?
Bancroft brothers created that mermaid.
I have no idea
Did
who
they?
created it. I just want to
Yeah.
draw mermaids in May. I don't know anything about anyone.
The Disney animators.
I don't know.
I published them.
Really?
Yeah, we did Opposite Forces, their comic book back at Alias.
Becky, she met one of the brothers in She knew who he was just by seeing him, and we're at Comic-Con. I was like, I don't even know who this guy is. And then she was so gushing over him. He did like a sketch for her and signed and everything. And I was like, what? She knows all these animators by name and by their face. I'm like, I was impressed.
Oh, I don't know anyone.
Though it seems like this particular mermaid would be so buoyant, she would have a challenging time staying submerged.
Thank you for saying that, because I am trying to draw their boobs floating.
Yeah,
in the right time.
Oh, so
Yes.
this is vertical. She's not laying on her right.
She's vertical, but her boobs are floating because she's in water.
Oh, it looks more
Get
like
it?
they're just drifting to the right.
I think those boobs would float no matter what she was in.
Yeah, see?
Aaron!
Aaron knows.
Buoyancy.
Yeah,
Buoyancy.
all about buoyancy.
Aaron.
Yes, it is mean.
Hey, Ron.
Aaron's the only one of two.
I want to order one of Aaron's beanies.
Well, it's a very simple thing to do.
I know.
How you doing, Aaron? What's up,
I'm
buddy?
tired.
Oh, yeah?
I am doing way too many jobs at once. I can tell you that, as I'm sure you know. You've been there.
I know. You turned down my job offer today.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I am so
So
swamped.
You sound like it. Your voice is a little crackly.
Yeah, it's a rough go.
But you're making that money though.
Well, yeah, it's all part of it, but boy, just dealing with 3 different printers at the same time and packaging art to get shipped out and signing books and
Oh yeah, I saw that on your Twitter. The garbage man.
Yes,
Trash guy, yes.
that's right.
trash guy.
Well, it is, Wednesday is trash day around here, so
Yeah.
That's right.
I remember.
You should do a stream called Trash Day.
I am right now.
Hey.
Hey,
Who sent you the invite?
You told me to. I admit.
yeah, you sent me the link, then Siege is coming on and saying, you got to come on. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm desperate.
I'm all alone.
Yeah, it's like, Siege, where have you been the last 2 weeks when I've been here?
Well,
Nowhere to be found.
Listen, you didn't message me at all, so
Well, I just figured you'd be here.
you could have messaged me though. So where were you?
Wait, you would have shown up if he was here?
Well, I
If he
mean, if
messaged
you
you?
honestly wanted me to, I guess.
If he begged you?
I'd have been like, okay, Aaron,
For you, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Hey, are you going to that show in Salem here in a couple of weeks?
What show?
Oh, for crying out loud.
I'll
It's
go.
in Salem, for crying out loud. How many shows can
I'm
you
so
do?
sorry. Yeah, but it's Salem. I'll go.
It's called Salem's Lot.
Yeah, it's no, it's I don't know what it's called. It's a one-day show on Saturday, the 21st.
Are you going?
Yes, I'm a guest of honor. They're giving me a free sandwich.
Whoa. No.
A free sandwich. Dang.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna go.
Well, I didn't know about it.
Go.
You'll have to. Can you send me the info?
Yes.
Man, they know how to get you. Free sandwich.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know, I'm kind of busy. Free sandwich. You're like, all right, I'll be there.
Hey, I'll be there.
As
They
long
actually
as it's
said, "Do you want to? Would you be interested in being on a panel?" And I said, "No, not really." So got out of that, but
You don't like those panels?
I find it they're a colossal waste of time unless you're on like this, a big project and it's a big panel, you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
hundreds of people show up or something like that. But usually it's like, especially a show like that, you can have like 15 people.
That's
And
the worst when it's like a small, like couple of guys there, and you're like, oh, great.
Well, you know, Chris Sprouse and I were at one of the Motor City cons.
Oh, yeah.
Several years ago, but you know, we were both. It was early 2000s, maybe. And I didn't figure anybody'd come to listen to me, but you figure Chris Sprouse, right?
Yeah.
One girl in this entire huge, auditorium. We're up there on the podium or the table, and there's one girl in the front row. So we got out of there, went down and sat next to her and just let her ask us questions.
Oh, that's so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, Chris Sprouse. I used to always do Motor City Comic Con, and he was always like a regular kind of like in Motor City. So
What's
were
he
you
up
right?
I don't know if he lives there or not. He must be if he keeps going. Maybe he lives in the.
Man, I was probably there when you were there. Motor City Comic Con, man. That used to be that was the only convention I used to go to.
So, are you a Detroit guy or were you a Detroit guy?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit area. I lived there for many years.
He's a San Diegan now.
Yeah. I got tired of the snow, you know?
Yeah, well, now you got to deal with the taxes and politics. So, although San Diego is probably the best place in California to live if you're actually going to live there.
Yeah. I've looked at LA and I was like, I went to Hollywood and I was embarrassed because I saw these people from other countries there, and I felt like, someone come over your house and you didn't clean up. I felt embarrassed, like these people are coming to Hollywood and it looks like trash. I was like, hey, look. The first time I ever been there, I was like, man, this is really run down. I was surprised how dirty everything was.
Yeah, it's pretty filthy.
I thought Hollywood would be all cleaned up.
Good place to get used intravenous needles, though.
It was okay when I was there. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was kind of like old school Hollywood. So it was kind of.
Yeah, but you lived there back when you could still taste the air.
A little bit. Yeah, I was there from 85 to 88. But then they like renovated right around Man's Chinese Theater, and it was really, really nice for a while. And now it's so it went from like kind of old and when I was there to really nice and ritzy, and now it's just like Scumville again.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man.
It was temporarily gentrified.
Yes.
Dude, San Diego's downtown. I went downtown after not going downtown for like almost a year. And man,
oh my gosh,
the homelessness.
I know. It's like tent city down there.
Yeah, it used to be homeless on the outskirts of this downtown area. Now it's like right in the busiest areas. It's just like tents all lined the sidewalks.
Dude, you go down like freaking 16th and 15th and 14th. I didn't even go further than that, but man, it's just nonstop. It's a piss pond.
Man, you go down to even 5th Avenue and like, man, you go down there and it's just like, oh my gosh. Like I was driving and all of a sudden this guy, a homeless guy, walks down. He's walking, crossing the street right against the light. Not even at the light. He's just crossing the middle and he's got this big blanket over him. And I laid the horn down on him like, and he just like, his head's kind of just leaning back into the air and he just slowly like rolled his head at me. He was like he didn't care. He was just like, end it. I was like,
it's like his eyes rolled into the back of his head, and vomit started spewing out of his mouth.
Oh, how true.
Started jamming himself in the crotch with a crucifix.
He just didn't care, man.
Miller, when are you drawing here?
I'm going to live downtown, and then I was actually had the paperwork to sign for this place. And then I was sitting in the car, I looked in the rearview mirror and these two guys were talking, and he lifted the shirt up and he had his gun sticking out of his pants. And I'm like, yeah, he just got off the bus, and I'm like, I'm not living here.
I'm working on the other another feline set.
What is your reference there? Or is that what you're drawing?
You can't see anything. What are you talking about?
I can see Mike S. Miller something. FUT.
Oh, this? That's Kanan's cover for
the Hornets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran across that on crypto Twitter the other day. I was like, Mike Barron, what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mike Barron's wrote it. I didn't know he was doing stuff for.
And Ben Herrera's drawing it.
Yeah, Ben Herrera. Yeah.
Ben Herrera.
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 Well, I remember him. He was part of a Facebook group, and so that's how I knew him. He's a friend.
Yeah, I've been friends with Ben since '93.
Yeah, Ultraverse days, man.
Yep. I was in the studio with him and Scott Benefiel and Jason Rodriguez, Mike Christian, Ellis Goodson.
Oh yeah.
Ellis.
How's he doing?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in forever. I think he's in our group, isn't he? But he just never responds.
He posts on Instagram lately.
He posts weird little videos on Instagram.
I know, I love it. He's so artsy. He's like that artsy 20-year-old in film school.
I miss his voice.
Hey, Mike, have you heard from Ellis Goodson? It's been forever since I've heard from that dude.
Yeah.
Are you following this conversation at all?
Did he just say Ellis?
Yeah,
I
we were
didn't,
talking about Ellis.
I didn't hear the Ellis part, but when I heard the laugh, it made me think of Ellis.
Yeah, I said I
That's
miss,
what we were talking about.
Miss his voice in talking, you know.
He's
Yeah.
You know who I'd like to hear from is old Ellis. I wonder what he's up to.
Yeah, does anyone know what Ellis is up to?
Sorry, I missed when you said the name, but when I heard the laugh, I was like, man, that reminds me of Ellis.
Well, there's that time delay for Hawaii.
Yeah.
It takes
5
a while
minutes
for it to
later.
get through the coconuts, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And by the coconuts, I'm in my head.
Yeah, so no, that's Kanan I was showing earlier. I got some Kanan and some Weldon.
Nice. You can tell the Weldon noses.
So I gotta put those all up on backgrounds. Oh,
Go,
and
go
they're
back to the
You
go back
actually
to the
do-
Sue Storm. Does Sue Storm, does she look 2 months pregnant? Yes.
Wait a minute. Can you take Marvel characters and monkey them up and make NFTs out of them?
Yeah. I mean, it's parody, so
yeah,
they're monkey parodies.
Until Disney comes after you because they don't care.
Well, what's he gonna do? Cease and desist me? I'll say, okay, I won't sell it again.
That's good. I like
Thank you
that.
very much.
That mouse doesn't have a sense of humor.
Yeah, the mouse does not.
What was that South Park where someone put a clip up where it showed like Mickey Mouse like beating up one of the Jonas Brothers, like kicking him on the ground like a mobster, like
Why
That's
wouldn't he do that though? Are we supposed to disagree?
That's a name I haven't seen in a while. Dork Gift Comics presents. I'm saying that 3 times fast.
Hey, Anthony, what's up?
That's a
bro?
name I have not heard in a long time. Isn't that from Star Wars? What
Yeah,
Alec Guinness
that's
said?
Obi-Wan. Yep.
No, that's a name I have
Obi-Wan
not heard
Kenobi.
in a long time.
What do you think about did you see the trailer for the series?
I did. Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
I mean, I want to watch it. It wasn't that exciting. The trailer wasn't, but I do want to watch it.
And as horrible as Boba Fett was, I still want to see it.
Okay,
Not
so
Boba
did you
Fett,
watch
this.
all of Boba Fett?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Okay, I watched like the first episode, and I heard from most people that they watched the first 2, but I was like, nah. Like I
Yeah.
only watched the first one. It just wasn't.
It
I
was
guess
terrible.
eventually I might, but I don't know.
Don't ask me why I watched the whole thing.
I heard the Baby Yoda episode was the only good episode because it was a Mandalorian. It was a Mandalorian episode.
Yeah, it was the best episode,
Yeah.
but it was still terrible.
Okay.
I mean, honestly,
Isn't Star Wars
Mandalorian,
supposed to be terrible, though?
There was only like 2
Oh.
or 3 good episodes of Mandalorian. Right?
I thought it was pretty good.
I loved Mandalorian. Yeah.
It's just space western.
Yeah. Well, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, but a lot of it was crap.
Actually, I thought Mandalorian was probably the best Star Wars has ever been because
Wait, did you watch
You
Clone
shut
Wars?
your
though?
mouth.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Clone
right
Wars was
because
really
nobody was accidentally expressing romantic feelings for their
Sibling.
sister. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's true.
Hey, man, if you didn't know Carrie Fisher was your sister, you'd have been all up in that.
Carrie Fisher?
Oh,
Never
Yeah,
did
the
it for
funny
me.
thing about Star Wars is as awkward as the Luke Skywalker Princess Leia thing was, the Darth Vader Princess Amidala was even more awkward,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they weren't even related.
Because
Nah,
how
that's
freaking
not-
creepy he was.
that's not that bad.
They had no chemistry whatsoever. And
Should've
that
named
guy-
him
And
Darth Stalker.
of course,
Yes, right. She's
Let
like-
me help Dark Gift here. So
she was a groomer, man.
yep.
He was trying to get away from him.
Star
Leave me
Wars
alone, Annie. You're freaking
Are you
me
a
out.
space angel?
Star Wars or any of these properties are just supposed to be popcorn, mindless entertainment, right? It's not really supposed to make sense, and if you try and impute some deeper meaning to it, you're just going to be on like this ridiculous hamster wheel of abstractions.
Well, that's
So,
probably
like,
true.
Just watch Obi-Wan. It's space wizards, man. It's space wizards and him imparting some meaningless stuff, kind of like kung fu, except he's got a laser sword.
It was Space Wizards until he said
Don't make it more
midichlorians.
than that. Yeah,
Yeah, but what if it's
And you go,
woke? What if it's
Calm
woke
down
space
about the
wizards though?
midichlorians.
Look, I
what-
don't even
ruined it for
care
me.
about
Here's-
it being Obi-Wan Kenobi because, frankly, I hated the prequels, but I just like it because I'm a huge Ewan McGregor fan. I may only want to see it because I'm a huge Ewan.
Hello there.
I have the high ground, Miller.
That was the worst
The high
impression
ground is
ever.
mine.
I tell you what, dude. The performances he and Oscar Award winner Natalie Portman and Liam Neeson turned in under the direct direction of George Lucas were the worst performances of their careers.
Of course they were.
And so
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't, him
Natalie
playing
was
Obi-Wan with
awful.
someone other than George Lucas directing him, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
What about Haydenson though?
Hayden Christensen. Oh yeah, he was
Yeah.
terrible too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like because they bring him back for Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
I am so looking forward to that.
I'm
It's
not-
not going to work though because his voice is not even Hayden Christensen's voice.
as long as they bring James Earl Jones back, I don't care.
No. Oh, Mike, I am your daddy.
Oh no.
The only thing I hate about any more additions to the Star Wars universe, besides it being mindless drivel, is going to be probably the preemptive YouTube rage, where grown men weep and moan and sob about fictional characters, and I've just gotta make sure to block that stuff out of all my suggestions in the autoplay.
On Twitter.
You didn't see it as a kid, did you?
Not really.
See, that's the thing.
But I was already
Some of
reading.
it
I
was
mean,
already
by
your-
the time I was in
Okay, but
second grade,
it's-
I had a college
Look,
level reading
it's
level. I was
the
reading
same
Dune.
reason- it's
Why would
the
I want to
same
watch
reason-
fake derivative Dune when I could just read?
Edwin,
Yeah.
it's the same reason that Speed is deluded into thinking the prequels were good. Because
That's true.
when you're a kid and this is a part of your childhood,
Yeah.
and this is the thing that you
Thank you for
play
understanding.
with your best friend, right? You play Star Wars. That's why it matters to. Well, that's why the originals matter to my generation. Which obviously you missed the boat on it somehow or another because you were too busy reading something.
That's
It's
the
gonna
same
be
with the Toby Spider-Man for me.
Yeah.
That's the same. I love those movies so
Well,
much.
they're good. Well, the first two were great.
I could just see the thumbnails now,
I agree.
looking like chick tracks, and it's going to be like Obi woke Kenobi. Disney is duped.
That will probably be the title of someone's show.
So are you
It's like
thinking
nerds,
who's going to do it first, Clownfish or which one do you think is going to do it first, though?
First? Oh, hard to
Yeah,
say.
What's Clownfish?
Probably Nerdrotic.
Nerdrocket.
Clownfish TV.
I don't even know what Clownfish is.
It's a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Lame.
I love that.
Sure, lame.
Lame.
All right, so from this sector, though, like I love the art. I love seeing things being made and like the creativity and people trying to tell stories, but like the emotional caterwauling in the name of conservatism about fictional characters is just like, oh.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
When did weepy hyper emotionalism become conservatism? That's it's emasculated behavior. The wires got crossed somewhere.
Yeah, but if they're taking beloved characters or franchises and using them, well, okay, whatever. But if they're using them as propaganda, it's the propaganda. That's the thing that pisses me off. It's not the I don't give a rip about
But
Obi-Wan.
when did they work as propaganda the other way? Because the people who are allegedly being emotionally incontinent about these things don't demonstrate any of the heroism or the stoicism or any sort of. We learn nothing from Spider-Man or Captain America. In order for it to be bad propaganda, there would also have to be some demonstrable evidence that it could be good propaganda.
Well, it's the messaging is what you're talking about. Like
I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about.
Is there any evidence that it actually affects views or perspectives or anybody's behavior?
No, but it affects my willingness to watch it.
It totally
I'm talking about my personal experience. If I go to a movie and I feel that their main objective is propaganda, it annoys me, and I don't want to watch the film.
Yeah,
but it does have an impact on the culture because that's why they do it. You know, that's why they hijack.
They think it does, and maybe it does. I don't know. It didn't.
Well, that's why they're willing to lose money making woke crap.
Yeah.
Andrew Hayes says, have you ever tried dreadlocks? Oh, I could be Ross. Could I get the hat? No, just kidding. I'm an Okie from Muskogee. We don't smoke marijuana.
I had no idea.
I don't remember the second line of that either.
He's talking about Matt's anime chick that has dreadlocks.
No, Andrew Hayes in the chat said, Edwin, have you ever tried dreadlocks? No. Though I imagine one of my savage ancestors, one of the Picts I'm descended from, was probably running around in squalor with dreadlocks and Celtic tattoos and pointing a spear at a Roman until they got civilized.
You think the Celts couldn't figure out how to make a comb?
Like a what?
I don't think
comb.
The Celts would be the last ones.
So the hair wouldn't be dreaded.
Wait a minute. I'm not done with this topic yet, so don't try and change the subject.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Okay. Take it.
No, I
understand. Take for example, Edwin. Pull it together. Take for example, Mad Max. What was it? Fury Road or whatever. That is a fantastic film. It's a feminist film, but it's a great film. Yeah. Okay, it's not.
Wait, which one?
Fury Road.
Yeah, Fury Road.
Is that the new one? I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
It's actually really
brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's at the one with
George Miller is the biggest leftist on the planet, and he got his feminist storyline in there, which is fine, but he didn't sacrifice the story to put in his message, right? That's all I'm talking about. When a movie or a comic book or a book, sole existence is to propagandize you. It's not to tell you a good story with maybe some stuff filtered in. It's the actual political statement is the purpose of the film. Then it becomes super annoying. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, Fury Road is the Mad Max one.
Yes.
Okay, so I legit didn't watch that because it was just a bunch of women.
Yeah.
No, it's so good.
So good, though.
It's so good.
It's really good.
That was the first movie I watched like 5 times in the theater in decades.
I would have
I
watched
would-
that
I
in the
would-
theater. if
I would
saw
say
it.
though, given that we know how
That was the
films
worst.
and most entertainment are produced, unless it's a very niche project, the primary objective of any of these things is to make money. What was the one movie
that's
that
the thing. That's what it's
It's
supposed to be.
It's
That's what it
supposed to
should be.
Yeah, but that's kind of self-correcting too, right? Because if it doesn't entertain people, then those people lose money and can no longer make films.
That's what we thought, but they continue to do it. So
Yeah, they're
I'm
going
not
to
sure
do
that
it.
I agree with that anymore.
Well, like the wife and I have been watching. What is it? It's Superman and Lois. You know, it's like popcorn nonsense in the Arrowverse, but for like some mindless entertainment. You know, with us just kicking back on the couch. Absolutely great.
We're
There
also
is like an instance of
extremely-
something.
Let's just put the point out there. We're extremely spoiled by the freaking relentless use of our hobby as fodder for all of these projects. Because it's like, dude, when we were kids, how much would you have killed to see Wolverine on the big screen?
Yep.
Right now, there's like 400 Wolverine movies that are.
Yeah, when I was a kid, though, I guess it's just hard to make the connection. Booster Kiwi says bored now. Yeah, I would just say with your propagandization or usage of this stuff, I'm not certain it has that much of an effect, and I'm not certain that much of it is sustainable. I remember like. What I've noticed in a lot of commentary now is a lot of the YouTube performative commentary. Now it's all like pre-crime, right? It's like Minority Report. Like, we haven't watched this and no one else has, but we're convinced.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
really?
it's more impactful than anything really. It probably now more so they got. That's why they try to hijack all that, because pop culture influences culture more than politics. Like if you ask,
no, absolutely.
They don't even know anything about politics. They don't know what the
Absolutely.
president is.
But what I would like to see, I think the problem is the focus on the disposable culture. To the extent of the disposable culture, no one's reading any classics anymore. Everyone's getting upset about all these derivative projects, but the being the performative upsetness now seems to be the primary entertainment, right?
Well, I don't
It's like a
disagree with
derivative.
that, but
Yeah,
I think it's not
pick
about
up some
quality. It's about
You know what's really funny, Edwin, is I super chatted. I was watching Yellow Flash the other night, and I super chatted that exact sentiment to them about because they were having an argument with Lofty Pixels about all this, and he was making some good points about the Doctor Strange movie, and I'm like, it's true. You guys are you guys want to hate this stuff. Well, I didn't say it in those terms, but because outrage drives super chats.
Yeah.
And then they spent the next half an hour trying to prove me wrong, but they.
Why
So-
the crap were
and so if you
watching
connect
Yellow
the
Flash?
dots there,
I
if
kinda
you
like
connect
Yellow
the
Flash.
dots there, if
Oh, yeah,
outrage
I
and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you, Siege.
No, I was talking over you, sir. You go ahead.
I'll talk over both if you don't knock it off.
Okay.
If there's a direct
Don't make me turn
financial
this car around.
if there's a
Sorry,
direct
yeah.
financial incentive to be angry about stuff and for things to be bad, things will always be bad. It was like what was the Captain Marvel movie? What was the actress's name?
Oh my gosh, she was
Brie
horrible.
Larson.
Brie Larson, I hated that
Larson.
movie.
That
Hated
whole
it.
movie was terrible. It was
I would-
objectively
I
bad.
thought it was just a mediocre movie. It
I
seemed
don't
too
hate Brie
long.
Larson, to be
No,
honest.
Like
they turned Nick Fury into freaking Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, that was horrible.
You like Nick
Horrible.
Fury?
No, I'm just saying they took this freaking. They took
I don't.
who
He is the
from,
worst character, dude.
from the
Yeah,
but
they
he's
still
supposed to be
treated him-
this badass character, and they
No.
totally turned him into freaking.
See, I like
stupid.
Nick Fury better when he was betraying Captain America. When he
Nick
had him
Fury's
fight
the worst.
when
He
had
got
him
his
fight
eyes
the
scratched up
Android.
by a cat. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Nick
Yeah.
Fury's fake.
That was so
But it's
dumb.
but it's a fictional character.
Yeah,
Right.
I
But that
mean,
doesn't. It doesn't
fake
matter.
it.
You have to have some sort of integrity with your creative writing, and when you create stuff, or it rings hollow. It rings
This is
false.
The art form of our culture, Ed, when you got to stand up for good art.
But I think the Nick
Doesn't matter if
Fury,
it's fictional
the
or
Nick
not.
Fury in the MCU is no longer the Nick Fury from the old comic.
No, it isn't. But it was
It's
just
different
out of
breed.
character for the Nick
Right,
Fury in
exactly.
the MCU.
You have this tough guy, and they turn him into comic relief, and then have a cat scratch his eye out when he's supposed to be this tough guy that you imagine the character.
Do you
it's
want to
like-
have the original Superman
How do you mean?
with all the silliness in the? Have you ever read any of the old time Superman comic books? I mean, do we want to
Are you
have?
talking about the
that?
movie or the comics?
Talking about the comic books.
I don't even think that's a reasonably fair comparison, because I think that you're talking about a different generation, a different era. What we're saying is that they established a character through X amount of films, and then they just totally crapped on that character in that movie, because it was again supposed to be women are great, men are idiots, and so let's make the one guy in the film an idiot and get his eye scratched out by a cat. I mean, it was
Well,
stupid. It was absurd.
Observably, we have one female in the one woman, one person of birth in the panel,
No.
here, and she's having a good time, and the rest of us are getting upset about fictional characters. So you may be on the
No, see,
Wait,
Ed,
I
you're
did-
missing the point. This is
Listen,
why
wait.
this is the problem with reading too
Wait,
much.
Wait,
You're missing
I
the
did-
point. The point
Wait.
is movies, comics, no matter how low on the totem pole of the art form that they are, they're still an art form and need to be treated with the respect within the context of what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. I don't give a rip about Nick Fury, but I'm saying that I was ticked because of the inaccurate treatment of that character for the sake of some filmmakers that apparently didn't give a rip about the continuity they'd set up, or didn't care enough about what they were doing or understand what they were doing to do it correctly.
It was just bad writing.
Yeah, it was
I
just
understand
bad
what you're
writing.
saying, but I want to make it clear that I did not actually see Captain Marvel.
Well, then you have
Good for you. You saved some money.
Yeah, he saved some time in your life.
Because
but either way, it's
to make it clear, I did not have an interest in it. But I did like Brie Larson in Skull Island. That's all I have to say.
In what?
The King
Island,
Kong.
in the King Kong movie.
Now, see,
I didn't even remember
Edwin,
she
that
was
was mindless entertainment, Skull Island, but I actually liked
Oh yeah,
it.
yeah. Same.
It was fun.
Mhm. It was a good movie.
David Brookhawk Williams says, Nicka Fury. Nicka Fury. Two
David.
syllables there.
No, man, I just don't. My time is more valuable than that, and I don't freaking want to go spend my time. Screw the money. It's my time, and then sit down and watch some mediocrely written freaking bullcrap.
I'll spend my time to watch
even if
Marvel
it's,
movies.
even if
so
it's
much
popcorn
entertainment.
fun, I want it to be, worth the time.
Right. It's either got to be so bad that it's good, or it has to be good. But it can't just be bad. And Captain Marvel was bad.
It was objectively bad.
Yes. So
And
there
I'm
you
not,
go.
I'm not the type that wants to just go hate on a movie. I want to enjoy myself. So
Right. Yeah, exactly. You're paying money for it. You're going there to get an enjoyable experience. And when you don't, it's disappointing because you've wasted time and money on something that you thought, you hoped would be, entertaining and fun, and maybe even leave an impression on you for more than, 24 hours.
That's why it's called entertainment. It's supposed to be
Yes.
entertaining.
Thank you. There it is. Mike and I clearly are ruling this chat right now.
I'm just saying that I will see a movie if it's terrible. Like,
This is the reason I've never sat all the way through Napoleon Dynamite.
oh my gosh, that's
No,
not even.
hang on.
that's not
Now,
the
wait a
same
minute.
thing, Michael. That's
Wait
not
a
the
minute
same
now.
thing.
Let me tell
That's
you.
a good movie.
No,
Great movie, but here's the thing.
every time we have this conversation, somebody says, "Well, you have to see it more than once."
No, but you
Yes,
try to
you
bring
do.
it up just to cause
See?
problems. I know what you're doing.
No, I'm
I
not
think-
going to waste my time if I have to
It's
see it more than once. I want to
it's
be
a good
entertained the first
movie.
time.
No, I get that.
It is for the first time. You're just not cultured enough.
No, hang on a second. The first time we watched it, and it's funny because my wife and I and my son all watched it together, and we were sitting there watching it, and after the movie was over, we all looked at each other like, what did we just watch?
Yeah.
And then we watched it again, and it's the funniest freaking movie. One of the funniest movies I've ever seen, and I can watch it endlessly now.
What on earth made you want to watch it a second time after
Because
you didn't like it?
Bro, I have seen that movie like 14 times.
Because I felt like I didn't get it. And I thought, what am I not getting? And so I watched it again, and it sort of came together. Because the first time I saw it, I had no expectation. I didn't know what it was. I knew everybody was talking about it, so we watched it.
About it, yeah.
But I didn't know if it was supposed to be a comedy or what it was supposed to be. But the humor in it is so freaking dry that you have to go in understanding that, or you're just going to be like going, what?
Aaron gets it.
Yeah,
I get dry humor.
No, you don't.
I grew up on Monty Python. I get dry humor.
That's not the same.
Dry humor. That's not the same. This is like now. I also say that
I grew up on Dave Allen at Large. I get dry humor.
All right. If you watch, it's the same thing with Big Trouble in Little China. The first time you watch it, you're not exactly sure what you're watching. But the more you watch it, the more brilliant it becomes, and it is just hilarious. I love Big Trouble in Little China. The first time I saw it, I liked it just because it was weird, but the subtleties that you pick up in like Kurt Russell's performance and stuff as he's kind of like doing his best John Wayne, and just the absurdity of it all was just really, I love it now. Absolutely love it. So there you go.
Did Edwin just sneak out?
I think he did. He couldn't take it.
No, he's
he's
still in the room. He's just
that's what happens when people read too much. They get ideas.
Enough of your ideas, young
Yeah,
man.
we don't want any more of your intelligence in here, okay?
We don't want none of that thinking.
None of that well-read kind of crap.
You leave the thinking to me, young man.
Although, Mike, I will say this. My son went and saw Tenet. Okay, he's a big
Oh, I do like that movie.
what's the dude's name? The director. Who did the Batman movies? Nolan. Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, that guy.
So he went and saw Tenet, and I said, well, how was it? And he goes, I didn't really get it. I have to watch it again. And and I said the same thing you just said. I go, dude, if I have to watch a movie twice to understand it, I'm not watching it at all, because you should be able to make me understand the film. But that's different for me from understanding something, like not being able to follow what's going on, as to, I don't really get this. Because I understood what was going on in Napoleon Dynamite. I just wasn't sure how to take it. And then when I watched it with a better understanding the second time, it just became this really hilarious film, and now I love it. So.
Did you watch
Could you, Aaron, you read the super chat for me?
It says, I sat through Napoleon Dynamite for a backer. A promise is a promise. I feel your pain, Mike. That's Dark Gift Comics presents. He's throwing $5 your way just to let you know he's on your side.
Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it.
Well, I'm just saying, I thought it was hilarious.
No one. Did someone say my name? Nolan, if you want the link, let me know.
Brohawk Williams is telling you Napoleon Dynamite is hilarious. He says so right there.
Yeah, but that's David. He likes the DC movies.
That's true. We don't agree on a lot of movies, David and I, but that we do.
Okay, wait. Did you guys? I'm not gonna say anything. Did you guys like Wonder Woman 84?
No.
Wait a minute. Was that the newest one?
Yeah.
I didn't go see it.
So you didn't see it at all?
No.
Okay.
Even though
I wanted to like it so bad, but it was so bad.
Booster, can you tell us what you thought of Tenet in the chat? I want to see it written. He might just say that he doesn't know. We watched Tenet and he was not. He had a lot of questions.
Here's the thing. The first Wonder Woman movie, and I love Gal Gadot. Oh my gosh, she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But
said it was okay. Okay.
The first movie had its moments, but the ending was crap. And the beginning, the whole thing on Themyscira was just, it was awkward and it didn't really work for me.
It didn't really make it until they left.
Chris Pine getting there and then them leaving is when the movie got good, and then the ending was kind of ridiculous. So, or I shouldn't say ridiculous.
You mean the first one?
Yeah, the first one. So, and I just felt the tone wasn't right for the end of the film, for what we'd been set up through. So I was kind of leery about the second movie, and then I just kept hearing. Actually, I listened to what the director said and some other things about how their main purpose was to take shots at Trump and things like that. And I'm like, if that's the main purpose of your film, then it's probably not very good. So I avoided it. And
the first Wonder Woman movie, she got it was the battlefield scene, and after she when that scene was taking place, I was like, I turned to my wife and I said, I never even knew I wanted a Wonder Woman movie. Until that scene where she comes out.
I did love that scene.
The whole scene is just so freaking awesome. It's like I forgave the beginning and that really cheesy.
When it becomes kind of a romantic film and a buddy film, like you said, after they leave the island, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, the island was meh.
Yeah, that was it's just the whole thing just seemed uncomfortable and awkward to me, because you can't get around the idea that there's nothing but women on this island, and it just doesn't really make sense.
Well, they're prison gay.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, very weird.
Isn't that like what you guys are into though? Is like comic booky stuff that doesn't really make that much sense?
Well, I think some things you accept in comics, and it's hard sometimes. Things don't, because you accept things when you're reading a comic book, especially as a kid.
Oh, so it doesn't transfer to movies.
Yeah, when you start looking at it in real life, you go, "Wow, that's why I was so scared for Captain America. I figured this is not going to work." But it did, I thought, really well, and but they did it well, and I wasn't convinced that Thor was going to be all that great, and I was correct. But
I like all the Thor movies for different reasons.
I don't hate them, but I think they're probably on the lesser tier of the Marvel movies.
I liked the first one and the second one. Then Ragnarok was kind of like, huh.
It's you know what? I approached the Thor movies the kind of the way I approached like comic books. It's you have the three different directors doing three different visions of Thor, and it's like, that's like watching, three different artists and three different writers take on the comic. I like them for different reasons.
Now, did anybody like John Carter? Because I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Really good.
That's a great
I didn't actually watch that.
The book is great.
I'm never coming on the show.
The book is great.
Wait, I did want to watch John Carter, but I didn't.
Literary
great.
crap.
Deja Thorne doesn't wear anything in the book.
I know, they run around naked. Can you imagine fighting like beasts and stuff naked? I don't think I would go that direction.
So wait, isn't John Carter the one with Taylor Kitsch in it? Does anyone?
Yeah.
Taylor Kitsch.
Okay, so yeah, I did want to watch that, but I didn't.
No, it's good.
I don't
it's
know
like
why
the Lord
I
of the Rings movies, right? It's probably not what you imagined from the books, and not particularly faithful, but they were entertaining in of themselves.
Well, again, when you're translating, Jaws isn't exactly like the book either, and Jaws is one of the best movies ever made. So, and I like the book too, but although the soap opera crap in the middle was kind of boring, but I don't know. I thought that the stuff that they did in John Carter made, I know it wasn't 100% faithful to the books, but I thought that the stuff that they changed or made different worked for the context of the film. So I don't have a fit when, the film translations are different than the books, because they're two different mediums. As long as the world they create in that film is consistent and believable for what they're trying to do, then I'll accept, different interpretations.
Yeah, it's called an adaptation for a reason, but
Yes.
it's like when you're making changes.
So for Star Wars to be faithful, we should have had the inevitable sex scene, incestuous sex scene.
Oh my gosh, Edwin! No one give this guy another book as long as he lives.
Wait, no. Star Wars was written as a script, as a screenplay.
Yeah, I know, but it's his. Apparently, he's been twisted by reading too much, and it's just affecting his perception of everything at this point, I'm thinking. No,
I don't expect things to be more than they are. And
Star
most-
Wars
most-
reads too
Okay,
much.
okay, hang on a second. Here's an example for you. Star Wars, I had a real problem with the third movie because they turned Han Solo into kind of the comic relief, and he was kind of a dope in that movie, where he was kind of this cool rogue in the first two movies. And so that really bugged me. And to me, that's just, again, a lack of consistency with the character. And you can say, well, it's fantasy, it's a character, they can do whatever they want to with them, but there should be some consistency there.
Was there a different director?
Different
or a
writer.
Different writer?
Lawrence
Okay.
Kasdan wrote the first two.
Well, Kasdan worked on the third one, but he wasn't the only one. So I don't-
Script by committee.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, I gotta go. It's that time.
Oh,
All right, Zach.
exactly.
Glad you hung out.
Have a good night, everyone.
Night.
Peace.
Aaron, you are getting.
Aaron, I got some-
You're getting
I don't know
accused of going full get off my lawn, sir. You're being disparaged.
Well, look, I'm the oldest guy in the chat. Do you expect me to act any differently?
You're the oldest guy everywhere you go. Have you ever seen this?
Whoa.
Oh my God.
That's
Oh.
unkind, Mike. That's
Wow.
uncharitable and unkind.
What is that? Oh, is that? Oh my gosh! You got both of them to sign that?
Well, I didn't have him do it personally.
Oh, I thought
Dude,
maybe
check,
that was like
check this out though. I bought this in 1997 at the low point. This is like buying Bitcoin at $10.
right.
1997. I got it in the discount bin from Hollywood Dreams.
Oh, what?
$30.
$30.
How much is that thing worth now? Oh my God.
Harrison Ford's signature alone is 500, and Carrie Fisher just died, so I have no idea how to.
That's got to be a lot.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
$30.
$30. 97.
Dang.
So everybody hated them because of the sequels, and you just went in there and snatched them up. Wow.
So, Aaron, I think when I was a kid, our TV broke down, and because we were all readers, my mother was a children's librarian, my dad was Army intelligence, and then a radio man.
Mhm.
I think we went like 2 or 3 years without a TV, and none of us even blinked. It just
That'll
wasn't
do it,
important
man.
to us.
You're practically Abe Lincoln. So
I grew up in front of the TV with a pencil in my hand. And a
there
piece of
wasn't that much to watch on TV when I was growing up, other than
What are
Bugs
you
Bunny
talking
cartoons.
about?
Old horror movies, because they would have this thing called what was it, brunch theater on Saturdays. It would be at 11 a.m. go from 11 to 1, and more often than not they would run a Universal horror film or something
Oh,
of
that's
that
right.
nature.
You're like 10 years older than me.
Yeah. And so that I watched those, and then we had like on the weekends on Saturday night they would have Sinister Cinema at 11:30 after the news, right? They Sinister Cinema, so they'd have this horror film. Then after that at 1 a.m. they would have Creature Feature. So basically all I did growing up was watch Bugs Bunny cartoons and horror films. So I don't know what that
when I was
means.
growing up, we had the Monkees, and these were all reruns, right? We
Yeah,
had
yeah, the Monkees, yeah.
Andy Griffith Show, Partridge Family,
Yeah.
Leave It to Beaver,
Never watched Leave It to Beaver.
Green
That's what I had
Acres,
growing up.
Petticoat
Well, we
Junction.
We did have a
Shred.
TV. Do you remember the Wild Wild West?
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if you watch the opening sequence where it's like got that cartoon, the animated thing with the panels, in
Yeah.
the first season he punches that chick. He
Yeah.
kisses him and she's gonna stab him and he punches her, and they changed that, I think, for the second season. But
Does like a Sean Connery.
yeah, he smacks her, man.
Well, watch
Well, she tried to stab him. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
this backhand.
Yeah,
backhand
come
on you.
And
Govern
then
your
at-
tongue,
at
lady.
night, you'd switch it over to
Feel
PBS.
the back of
and
my
you'd
hand.
get, Dave Allen at Large, Monty Python, Doctor Who. What else?
Monty Python used to show up late at night on like the weekends. They would run at 11 or 12 o'clock from the television show from Britain, and that was
yeah,
great.
but that was like first run for you, right?
Maybe. I mean, because Benny Hill was the same thing in the 70s. Yeah, because I was a little kid. I mean, I was too young probably to be watching it, but like 8 or 9, 10 years old, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
But that was we used to have that stuff in Second City TV with John Candy and Eugene Levy and all those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I only read like, other than Edgar Rice Burroughs books, which I read a ton of, and a few Conan books by Robert E. Howard. The only thing I read growing up was, and it's books I had to read for school, like Catcher in the Rye and, you know, stuff like that. But, and Anthem and, you know, the only stuff that I read outside of school by choice was Jaws and the Frankenstein Diaries, and that's it.
No Shakespeare, no.
Only what I had to read in school, which I read it.
Were your
Fantastic
parents not
Four,
readers, or-
X-Men, Alpha Flight.
Yeah. And I read
Not-
comics.
What about the Lord of the Rings? No.
No, it was too thick. It was like I would get bored before I could get through it. So I watched the Ralph Bakshi animated film and thought, that's close enough.
Yeah.
Well, see again, another horrible interpretation, but it converted a bunch of people into being readers. It propagated the brand.
Not me.
And it survived.
Here's a good story for you. When Shelley was pregnant with Josh, so it was very early in our marriage, I started reading Jurassic Park because she read every night, and she still does, before
I love Michael Crichton.
she went to bed, right? So I was reading Jurassic Park. I thought, surely I can read this book. And so I got to that part, and I don't know if you've read the book. I assume you have, Edwin, being a reader. You get to the point where there's like pages and pages of code that's written on the page. So it's like you're talking about the code, and then it starts showing you all this DNA code for like 10 pages. And I was like, I got to that and I went, okay, I'm done for tonight. I never picked it up again.
That's how I feel about some of those Star Wars books. I went back and tried to read one a couple of years back, and they put like all the alien speech in there. It's just like, oh, bad.
Which book?
I can't even remember. It was just bad.
I remember reading the Star Wars books were some of the first books I ever picked up to read voluntarily because it was like having a little movie in your head. But yeah, like I think it was the Zahn series was really good, and then the
Siege, put your face on camera. Let's see your face.
Yeah,
before
come
we say
on.
goodnight.
All you're doing is showing boobs. Let's see.
Aaron Miss Flash thinks you might have accidentally been activated by the Catcher in the Rye book. He might think that might be
Possibly. Very possible. Very possible.
You ever tried to read Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
No.
Man, that book will make you feel like you're doing all the drugs he's talking about.
We're in
You know,
bad
we
country,
had get a load of this, man. We had this class it was junior high, so it was either 8th or 9th grade, and we read a bunch of this dystopian novels like Fahrenheit 451 and Anthem and all that kind of stuff, right? And so then we did this thing in class, which I just thought was brilliant, especially looking back on it. But the teacher created this totalitarian dystopian environment in the classroom, right?
Nice.
And so we could experience it firsthand. And so we did this. So it was kind of like this role-playing thing, and it went on for a couple days in class. And sometimes he wouldn't tell us what he had changed the law, but he wouldn't tell us what the law was, right? We would have to figure it out by making mistakes. And every time we made a mistake, we'd lose points or whatever. So there was this, you're trying to be the last survivor basically in this dystopian world. There were kids crying. They were so frustrated and angry by the whole thing. But it was brilliant because you totally left that class going, this is what socialism and communism is like. It was brilliant.
Wait, at the end, did he just gave you all the same grade?
I think so. Something weird. No. I mean, I think he let some of us off the hook because some people, I really got pissed because I was losing points. Because to me, it was like I wanted to be the highest point total in the class and I wanted to get the A. And
right, but he should have taken away your points and given it to Bobby, who did nothing all year.
No, he was just taking away points.
But Aaron, you can see it. You can see it play out. You can see it play out every day, and particularly now with like YouTube and social media, people put themselves in these silos, and then the social pressure. If you, well, I'm going to say the word read. If you've ever read Henry Tyfield's Social Identity Theory, once you have some characteristics that identify in groups and out groups, the dynamics that emerge around these groups are almost always predictable, and people want to conform. People want to
Lord of the
conform,
Flies, man.
and they select groups, and we're all ensconcing ourselves in little silos now.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
and if you get overly curious about anything or question the group dynamic, then you get hammered back down pretty quickly.
Right. Well, I read Curious George.
Hey, Siege.
When I was growing up.
Hi.
It's Siege. I see her face.
Hello. Here.
Well,
I am.
Edwin, you'll appreciate this. When I was in a taxi cab with Howard Chaykin at a show in Germany. We were going to the show, and Howard is a intellectual. At least he prides himself in being an intellectual, and I pride myself in being a competent fool, and so we're sitting there in the back, and he's like dropping all this, these people he's reading and these names and blah, blah, blah. And I finally turned to him and I said, Howard, I said, what makes you think I even have a clue who you're talking about or that I even care? Right. And he says, it was so funny because he kind of got this look on his face. He sat back, he looked at me, he goes, you know what you are? He said, you're an anti-intellectual snob and you're proud of it. And I went, yes, that is me. You have absolutely.
Well, that's kind of part of American culture, and I guess has been for a while. Sort of pride in our lack of curiosity. Yeah.
Well, I have curiosity. I spend my time, honestly, all the reading I do is generally in the Bible, right? And so I figure, what human philosopher is going to give me better insight than this? None. So I haven't wasted my time reading them.
Well, you could extrapolate that from the shibboleth. Yeah, the people were unable to pronounce the particular S sound, so the Israelites slaughtered them at the river.
Hey, that's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes.
This is by Juan F. Soto.
Nice.
Find Booster Kiwi and capture him. Kill him. What? How is he going to capture him if she has to kill him?
See,
this is from Family. What is it called? Spy. Spy. Basically, Spy versus Family.
Dirt Gift has to go.
Spy Family or something.
Yeah.
I've seen that trending lately. I don't know what the crap that is. Some freaking anime.
Yeah, it's some freaking anime.
Freaking anime, man. It's freaking anime.
I have drawings all over my walls.
I hate anime. I just
don't have time to watch it. Like the only time I got to watch
anime's the worst.
No, it's the art style.
It is not.
Yes,
I don't like the art style. That's what I just can't get by the art style.
It's the art style. It's the movement. It's like the way they talk. I hate the way they talk. The voice acting.
Get him, Carson.
Worst.
I like their scurrysome little feet, though. Right when they do the.
Well, I got to catch up on anime. Hold on. Let's see what else we got here. What is
I did like Avatar: The Last Airbender, though the cartoon show, not the movie.
I did
this
not.
Is from
like
Amy.
that.
And I thought that was really good.
That's cute.
And I don't know what it is.
That seems pleasant, whatever it is.
Oh, this is
Being it's a think and draw, don't they need to say exactly what they're drawing?
That's from Honey.
Is this more? Is that what she said? Spy Family?
That's
whatever the
cool.
crap?
Spy versus Family.
Oh,
It's Spy X Family, but I think the X is versus.
Okay.
All right. Anyways,
You think it'd be VS, but whatever. It's freaking anime.
the only time I got to spend time watching anime is when I had COVID.
Elrodimus Flash says, "I don't like anime because I'm a heterosexual."
Is that what he said?
Oh. Now Siege and I are on the same page. It looks like on this whole anime thing. I know
Matt must just not be here because
he's muted.
seething. Matt's seething right now, but I'm sorry. I just
Yeah. Matt's just politely sitting in silence as you're
He's sitting in
As you
silence, breaking
dismissed
things.
his entire artistic body of work, he's like, well, I'm going to be decent to this fellow.
Well, no, I think he does. I think he does it well. I just, it's not a style that I dig, man.
He does do the style well, yeah.
Yeah, it's very good because it's actually well drawn.
Or is that just
too,
I did not know it until tonight, but now I feel like I'm a proponent of the buoyant mermaid style. I feel like that is a artistic style that definitely deserves to exist.
buoyant mermaid style. Well,
Blessings.
I think Siege is all about buoyancy. Everything she draws is buoyant.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean. It's very saucy and
I
buoyant.
don't know what you mean. Can you?
Oh, I think we all know what I'm talking about.
Would you like to go to my Twitter and see what he's talking about?
She's always she's
No?
she drops sauce regularly on Twitter.
I tried to drop the sauce more regularly. I'm pouring sauce all over the spaghetti.
Yep, she is.
But it's more Siege is more romanticism rather than outright eroticism, if that makes sense.
I don't know.
I appreciate that.
I don't know. There's some eroticism in there, I think. Would you deny that, Siege? I don't think you'd deny that.
I wouldn't deny it, but I like the romanticism of it.
Oh wait, I could just go to the messages. And
I like the thought of that.
Okay. It makes you if it makes you
Like,
feel
it's
better.
not
That's
true, but
yeah, it makes if it I think Edwin's being
I don't know. You talking about this?
trying to cast you in a more of a
you
PG
like that
lighting.
one? What do you think of this one?
Well, that she's not overly buxom. That to me is maybe more of a romantic piece.
It's the Victorian.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how Siege draws dudes.
That's a dude. That's not a dude.
No. She's not a dude. That's Ewan Chamberlain. No, she's
Better
not
not be a dude.
She's a very beautiful person.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I agree. That is how I draw dudes. But
Now, when is this When is the mermaid collection for, Siege?
it's for a mermaid. I mean, I don't know what the crap mermaid is. Costin knows more about it than I do. Apparently, it
Frosty's
was
not
like
talking because we've dissed on his favorite art
I
form.
know
By
we, you mean you.
And well,
Mr. Lopresti.
I'm not.
Crusher of
Siege is
dreams.
involved in this as well. It's not
I
just
am.
me.
I did it. I admit. But I was doing it this whole time, even before Aaron got here. I was questioning his artistic choices. But
Influences, perhaps, maybe would be a better word.
yeah, yes, if that's how you want to say it. But
Are you saying his artistic or his autistic choices?
whatever. Either
Matt
one.
is gonna have words with you.
I wonder, is he actually listening?
Yeah, he's crying. That's why he's muted. Because
He's not gonna
Matt
cry
Matt
about
would
this.
never cry
At
on
this
live.
point, he would jump in, wouldn't he? If he was listening, wouldn't he jump in at this point and sort of?
He's just too emotional. You don't understand, Matt. He's a very complex person.
Oh yeah, he's a complex arguer.
Yeah.
Zaid Comics says, someone tell me Siege's Twitter, please.
I don't remember. I think it's
See, now everybody wants to bathe in the sauce that Siege is putting out there on Twitter.
Wait, Mike, you should show my other mermaid, my pink one. Are you trying to zoom in? Oh, there we go. Tea Time Drone, DROAN.
Good man.
I should show what? Your other mermaid?
Yeah, click on that one. Look at her. Isn't she cool?
That's nice. It's a little B-52s, yeah?
I don't know,
B-52s,
Siege,
a
all
little
this-
grease, a little bit there.
All the stuff I'm seeing from Siege does not look like this. That's all I'm saying.
Those aren't floating.
No, I'm telling you, the stuff I get, maybe she sends them just to me specifically. I don't know.
I'm like, I like tag, I embed tags for Aaron in my booby posts. And I'm
Yep.
like, hashtag Aaron. look
Yep.
at me," just so he sees my saucy posts. And I go, hashtag sauce.
Extra sauce for Aaron. Those boobs are not floating, Siege.
No, That was the first one I did, but I was trying to make it like I thought about that while I was doing it. I was like, I'm not gonna make her boobs floating. But the last one,
Sage is corrupting the chillins with her large-breasted mermaid.
Whoopses.
I did the whole when I drew a couple Aquaman books back in the 90s, and I totally did that with all the chicks. They were just
The buoyancy boobs.
they were all buoyant. They were all hanging the wrong way.
I did.
I drew a couple issues of Aquaman. I never thought to do that because I felt it would be too risque.
Oh.
But I mean, they were already, one of them was
That's
that
just the way their anatomy.
tiger. I don't remember her name. She's like a tiger chick. So she literally she doesn't even have clothes. She just had like this necklace that magically float in front of her nippies.
Oh, I love. That's a good idea. That's the next one.
Are you talking about Tigra? Who are you talking about?
It's just like tiger shark or some chick. I don't remember her name. She was just some blue mermaid, freaking Aquaman chick. So I had to draw her. I couldn't cover them up, so I had to draw them
just. I mean, because you wouldn't think a shark would lactate, right? Because it's a shark, it's a fish. Huh.
I don't know.
See,
why.
that's okay. Wait, we had this argument, right? Or we had so like
because sharks don't have nipples, right? I mean that wouldn't work, right?
No, they're just cartilage.
Because
Maybe.
Do you guys think that mermaids
Right,
would have belly
she
buttons?
wouldn't have niblets.
No. Wait, are mermaids like half person in general? Like, I assume that everyone would come up with their own.
Yeah, but I
concept
still
of
assume
mermaids.
that they'd lay eggs.
Okay, so you don't think that they would have belly buttons, right?
Speaking of laying eggs.
Well, it's funny because I got taken to task by giving Deja Thoris a belly button, and she was hatched out of an egg, so she wouldn't have one.
That's
belly
true.
button, belly button.
But why? Hang on a second now. Why couldn't she have an umbilical cord attached to the egg to get nourishment? Why wouldn't? I mean, that to me, that's as logical as anything else, right?
But they put them in incubators. They weren't attached like that.
No, but she was inside the egg, and she could have had a umbilical cord attached to the inner lining of the egg, right?
Through the shell of the egg? No, that's not how.
Not the shell, the
shell,
nutrient
the membrane inside the egg.
Well, just like a chicken, they're attached to the nutrient sac, right? Until
Right,
they
to the
devour
sac.
the nutrient sac and then
Yeah.
take over. But how are they attached? Through the mouth?
Yeah, but it's not an umbilical cord. I have to look that up though. That's interesting.
Well, I don't think it was ever. I don't know that it was ever expressed in any of the books. I think that's just a logical
But
conclusion.
it's one of those things, well, I'm trying to think. Flash would know. Flash has done some good drawings because we ran John Carter of Mars. He did some really good illustrations of Deja Thoris. Trying to remember if it's even described.
I don't think it is in the books. Joe Jusko, I think, got on my case for the belly button one.
But it's one of those things that like someone who's overly obsessive about things would focus on, as opposed to just thinking visually you expect to see a belly button. So if the belly button is missing, it's like it's disturbing to the
again,
mind.
You want to
Jiminy
be
Cricket nails it.
accurately correct.
It's fantasy.
It is, but
Yeah, but
again,
I'm just curious of what people's what they think about the mermaid having the belly button or laying eggs or where the mermaid came from.
again, it comes back to, even though it's made up stuff, there needs to be a consistency to what you're doing and some reason so that it becomes a believable thing for the however long you're immersed in it, so that you can be
I mean, just
drawn
like
into the fantasy.
as your story, or like consistently as lore from way back. Is that
No, consistently within the story that you've created.
Okay,
You
right.
can do whatever you want in your story, but you need to be consistent within it so that we believe your universe that you've created,
internal
and therefore can be entertained or drawn into it, however long that, if it's a 2-hour movie or a comic book or even a novel, right?
Right. So I did stop drawing them with belly buttons. So
I don't think they would have any.
they don't got belly buttons anymore.
But I drew a mermaid a couple times and I gave her a belly button. So
I did that, and then
but it makes sense that they wouldn't have one.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Like a Tygon or a liger.
Yeah,
I think
liger.
I can say I'm firmly in the camp. You have my endorsement for the large-bosomed mermaids. I think that's an excellent
Thank you.
Excellent creation.
Thank you. I needed that blessing.
I just don't think we showed enough of Siege's sauce in what the preview you just gave on Twitter.
Mike didn't show.
This
the
is a
rest
family show. You know what?
Great.
I got on my computer today and I went to search freaking Road Warrior because I wanted to do. I did a Road Warrior jacket for this collection, and someone turned freaking Safe Search off on my browser.
Uh-oh.
We did have a guest, and he was using my computer. And bro, just typing in Road Warrior, and it's like all the nude scenes from Road Warrior. I'm like, what the hell?
Right. So I don't have Safe Search.
So you
on,
can
so
just.
I'm gonna look
I
up
mean, if
Road
you don't have
Warrior.
Safe Search on, you type in anything, and it'll go straight to the smuttiest part of whatever it is.
I'm sure it won't. I'm pretty sure that's something that happens on your computer.
It doesn't.
Well, no, wait a second. I have Safe Search on, and every
Look,
time I pull up Siege's stuff, all I get is sauce. So I don't know.
Wait, all I see is a guy with a red mohawk and another blonde guy.
All right, so here's Elrod. He says, I was attacked for not giving Deja Thoris
See?
a belly
Look at
button. So I went back and gave her a belly button since it
I'm
was
not
a
doing
auction
that.
piece.
Apparently,
Oh wait,
no
wait,
one
no! I
could
typed
read.
in Mad Max. Siege, type in Mad Max.
Okay.
Turn off your Safe Search.
I don't have Safe Search on. You know
I don't
me.
encourage this. I know you don't.
Anybody that pours as much sauce as Siege does cannot be living in safe search world.
Wasn't there a lot of bondage gear in the original
I'm
Mad
just seeing a
Max?
bunch of Tom Hardy.
Sounds pretty degenerate.
I don't remember there being nudity in the original Mad Max.
Master
No, it
Blaster.
wasn't. It was in,
Safe
Road
Search
Warrior
off.
when they were raping the chicks from the.
Well, yeah, but that was one scene off in the distance. They didn't really show much.
Oh no, they showed a little bit.
Well, it's the
I know,
chest.
but I didn't show much. I mean,
No.
much of the scene. I mean,
Yeah, no, it was like mostly two pictures posted over and over and over.
oh,
again.
I see what you're saying. Of the
I don't have Safe Search on. This is just a bunch of pictures of Tom Hardy.
Mike, I need to spend some time with the missus. It was
Yeah,
fun and silly.
it's
Good to catch
9:30.
up
I need-
with
I
everyone.
need-
Yeah, stop reading so much, Edwin. Okay, I think you'll be better off.
You
need to
gotta
cut this
keep
off
it
anyways.
simple, man. You all need Duke Hazard and need some Cord Light.
Yes.
Miracle Man.
Yes, now you're talking. Gosh.
I'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Thank you for coming, Edwin.
Let's say thank you and good night to everybody else. Aaron, thank you for popping
Sure.
on. And you wanna tell anyone to buy your beanies?
Yes, and shot glasses. Yes, shot glasses.
I'm terrible at selling, but yeah, I got shot glasses that say Wraith of God. I got hats that say Wraith of God. I've got comic books that say Wraith of God on the cover, and they're actually at the printer right now. So we're
you using
getting
API?
close to fulfillment. So, but you can still order. You can. And, but I will say that my books and my stuff do not have anywhere near the sauce that Siege's does. So if you're looking for sauce, go to her Twitter account.
I did draw one of your characters ish. I did
Uh-oh.
a sketch of. You remember that one?
I'm trying to remember. Who was it? Tell
The-
me and I'll remember.
I don't remember. Oh, she's like a bar lady.
Oh, you redrew the bar late. Well, Kate, so you took the one saucy character
Yeah, I did.
and sauced it up. I
Yeah.
do recall that now. Yeah, because you had the, yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember now.
My name's Hot Sauce.
What? What's that? Is that your new nickname, Hot Sauce?
It is my new
There she
nickname.
is.
Oh,
Hot
boy.
Sauce is here. If you want to follow Hot Sauce, she's at Tea Time. Was it Tea Time Drone?
Yeah,
Time
DROAN.
DROAN, not DRONE.
No.
More the drone when like you're droning on.
You're
and
droning on.
that kind
That's
of drone.
me.
That's right.
Talking about nothing.
Talking about sauce.
And Matt Costin up there, who apparently is crying in the toilet.
No, it just didn't go well for him tonight.
I'm back.
And we're leaving, and he's back.
No way. Where were you?
No, I've been here. I've just been listening.
He was like, I was getting what do you go to? Burgerville or In-N-Out?
No, I had some rolled tacos with the avocado, covered with avocado, man. That was
Did
so
you
good.
put any
Guacamole.
sauce on the tacos?
Oh yeah, covered in sauce.
Yeah.
Hot sauce?
Yep.
Oh, when it comes
Green
from
sauce.
Siege, it's always hot sauce.
It's always hot.
hot.
That's
It's the
how you
hot
do.
sauce. All right, and yeah, so follow Matt at Matt Cossin on whatever.
YouTube, on Instagram, and on Twitter I'm Causin
What?
Masked.
Causin Masked.
Yeah.
And I am Mike Miller. We are going to be doing the Crypto Chads here pretty soon. Coming up, my next collection. Also, as announced earlier, for those UFC fans out there, I am doing a collection for Muhammad Usman right now. So that should be coming out relatively soon as well, because he's got that show on ESPN right now. And so we want to get that out the door ASAP. And more stuff coming up that I can't talk about yet. But thanks all for being here. God bless us, everyone. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.